was like a purple out or a blackout the last time Winthrop played at High Point. They wore white at home, so this will be the first time Winthrop will be wearing black in the game against High Point in the 3 games that they will face each other this year. Winthrop is the 2 seed. High Point is the number 1 seed. It is time now for our Logan Duncan update. We asked Mark Prosser about that. We'll let him tell his answer. What I can tell you is right now, the status is the status quo. He is available. Will he play? The medical, that'll be determined. He's looking, actually kind of looks the best we've seen him in warm-ups of the 3 games we've been here.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Adrenaline, you know what's at stake. He might have took extra rest, extra painkillers. You just never know, man.
Well, remember in the game yesterday, not that it's that big a deal maybe, but he played 16 on Friday, played 11 minutes yesterday, and he played late. So it was maybe a more concentrated. I don't know if that makes any difference at all, but he didn't have to go a full 20 or 25 minutes. So maybe there's some left in the tank in the game today.
Yeah, it should be. And if there seems like there isn't, you better have like a generator tank or something like you. It's the final.
Right, it's the finals.
It's the
You
can't. I can't hear
anything.
Even
if you're out there with an old man cane, you got to get out there, right?
Yeah, I can't hear anything about my legs, this. I'm sorry, dude. This is the Super Bowl. This is your NCAA championship. This is your one shining moment.
Yeah.
To be, not to be.
Cue the Eminem.
Yeah,
this is your one shot.
This is it, man. Like, and you gotta be hype and ready, but you gotta also be ready to calm your emotions and tame yourself too.
Well, just so we have a moment here, we'll tell you our Big South Conference officiating crew today is Bill Covington Jr., Lee Cassell, Tommy Morrissey, and J.W. Lucas.
Oh.
So,
no Teddy V.
No Teddy V this year. Interestingly enough, when if you remember last year, it was Justin Porterfield, Tommy Morrissey, and Teddy Valentine. I forget who the standby official was last year. I didn't bring the chart with me from last year, but I think that'll be something that's kind of interesting to see as well. We'll take a timeout here as we move along on our expanded coverage of the Big South Conference Tournament Finals. Number 2 Winthrop, number 1 High Point. When we come back, we'll take a look at our keys to the game, and we'll kind of reset the broadcast here as we get you ready for Winthrop and High Point. Rematch of last year, won by the Panthers. That was an 81-69 score. This year, we'll see. In about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we'll know whether Winthrop will be making their historic 14th Big South Conference championship title, 12th visit to the NCAA, 13th berth, or other options, and go home. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
Michael Jenkins alongside Michael Patrick Gillen back in studio. Thanks to Stephen Stone for helping out as well. I am Mike Pacheco. We are back for more on the expanded coverage on the Founders pregame show. Relax, you're with Founders from Freedom Hall in Johnson City, Tennessee, next on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Education is very important to the South Carolina Education Lottery, and so are our players. When our games become something other than fun, it's time to stop and reach out for help. If you or someone you know or love needs help, please call the South Carolina Gambling Helpline. Educating players is very important to us. So have fun, play smart, but always play responsibly.
For more information, call 1-877-452-5155.
Eagles fans, experience the power and excitement of live events with Ticket Smarter. You can find seats to more than 125,000 live events, ranging from sports to concerts and theater shows on TicketSmarter.com. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticket resale marketplace partner of Winthrop Athletics, providing a safe and secure way to buy and sell tickets to your favorite events. The next time you need tickets, think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter.
And we welcome you back here at Freedom Hall. We're in Johnson City, Tennessee. This is the second year the Big South Conference Tournament has been in Tennessee. It is expected next year will be here as well, although I think there's a an option situation. So I know the folks here in Johnson City have been wonderful. They've been great hosts. Some of the schools, it's a close ride. For some of the other schools, it's a little bit further. I can tell you, Winthrop does have 2 bus loads of fans coming to this game, a fan bus and a student bus. And High Point has maybe quadrupled that, about 4 buses for the Panthers. They've been here all weekend.
All weekend.
And we think that there is some sort of financial remuneration, whether it's a free trip or I'm not suggesting they're getting paid to be here, but I am suggesting that maybe they got a free bus ride.
Maybe they're getting
free
their palms
accommodations.
greased a little bit.
And maybe meal money. Maybe they're on a per diem. Who
maybe.
knows? Yeah, who knows? Just make sure you pay your bill at the hotel before you leave, everybody. So it's it's an exciting time, and it's actually a pretty good crowd starting to fill in here. I mean, we're roughly about 34 minutes from game time. Our good friend Paul Biancardi is here with Matt Schick. They're going to call the game for the on the ESPN Plus, and of course we'll have coverage here on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Finders. Also want to remind everybody that we will be doing our coaches show tomorrow. It'll be at Hop and Rock Hill. It's our Winthrop Sports Show presented by Coroplast Tape. And if you're out and about driving around and you're like, you know what, I really feel like I want to be with Winthrop fans today. Well, Hop and Rock Hill is doing a watch party, so they'll have the game on there. I believe they're going to pump in the audio, so hopefully, no disrespect to our friends. We like Matt and Paul, but listen to us. And you know what? I understand the biggest complaint I get is, well, you guys are like 20, sometimes 20, 30 seconds ahead. Well, we all have to have our crosses to bear. I mean, you gotta deal with it, right? So hopefully,
that sucks.
Yeah, that stinks, but you know what? We need you. We're counting on you. But, this has been a fun group to cover. You and I have been on, you've been on most of the trips with us this year. Surprisingly, you showed great judgment in missing the North Dakota trip.
Yeah, that was
only because the weather. It was actually, the game was fun. Unfortunately, Winthrop did lose that on a buzzer beater. But what a far cry in weather from that. That was I think it was -5 or -8 degrees at game time. The bus almost got stuck on the way to shoot around. And then coming over here yesterday, it was sunny and 83 degrees.
Yeah, I've played in places where the weather gets like that before, and I don't miss it at all.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Founders Federal Credit Union keys to the game. And from our home office in Clover, South Carolina, this is what has appeared on our screen here. Number 1 is live in the moment. Don't get swallowed up by it. How important is that?
It's very important, and you hope you have, and he's been steady all year, and you have somebody in Isaiah Wilson as well, but you have guys that are calm in demeanor, like Kareem Rozier.
Yeah.
He's very passionate in what he does, but he's stoic on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Wilson's stoic on the court. So you have guys that can kind of calm people down and command the floor. Logan as well, he gets into it with the rest sometimes a little bit, and players, but for the most part, he's stoic. He doesn't get too riled up.
Correct.
So I think they can do a good job of staying calm, but I think they don't have no choice but to make sure they stay in the moment.
Now, I know there are some times, and I know you're just trying to be a good friend and keep me honest. Sometimes the keys are instead of being from the home office, they appear to be coming from Captain Obvious. But I think this is a game in which Winthrop has to shoot over 40%. They have to make their shots in this game. And I'll give you some statistical analysis as to why. Winthrop, when they shoot better than 40%, 16-3.
Yeah. They defensively, they're good enough to beat anybody. You saw it the first game versus High Point.
Yep.
You've seen it numerous of times throughout the season.
Yep.
When they shoot under, because the 3 is such a big part of their offense, even though they usually murder and points in the paint. But the 3 is such a big part of their offense. If they don't shoot it well or score it well, then they have to then depend on their defense. And being a good defensive team, but rather than having to depend on it, is 2 different things. Right.
No, that's fair. So shots made. I would also add maybe a stolen key from yesterday, or I can't remember if it was Friday, but I think this is a game also where I don't know that you need to hit 10 or more threes, although certainly when Winthrop does make 10 or more threes, they're 11-6. I think the better number here is when Winthrop is 30% or better from 3 to go along with the shooting aspect here. They're 15-7. So I think they need to be a little bit better efficiency.
Yeah.
Because how many times, and I think also timing of threes, because you don't want to be in a situation where you start jacking up some threes, maybe trying to throw a dagger in, and all of a sudden you got some long rebounds. This team can run it out and then take it the other way, and all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And they also, this team can run High Point can run in transition.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure if you're Winthrop, you defend the 3 because they have some snipers on their team as well.
That's right.
And if they get it going outside and inside, they're going to be hard to beat.
Now, this is going to be a tough one. Because, and I believe in the first game, Winthrop did a pretty good job of doing this. And, I don't mean this in a behavioral way, right? But, this High Point team is kind of the big bully on the block in the Big South Conference. And what Winthrop did in the first game was they kind of threw a punch and they stayed on with that punch. They held High Point to under 40% shooting. Winthrop shot 53.6%. And early on, they forced a lot of early turnovers. And I think so. The key here is a team that doesn't turn the ball over. In fact, they're one of the best teams in the country at not turning the ball over. They need to get they need to get High Point uncomfortable and force some turnovers.
Yeah, they're going to have to kind of go to that press a little bit early just to kind of switch it up and throw some different things at them. But they want to make sure they don't press to the point that they get High Point going in transition.
Yeah, and rebounding. Winthrop is one of the best rebounding teams in the league, and it does two things. At the old box board and run, you can get out. You can get out in transition, but this team likes to get out off mades and misses too. So you want to limit their opportunities to get out in transition.
Rebounding just ultimately controls the game.
Yeah.
If you control the glass, not all the time, but majority of the time, you control the entire game.
And the final one I have here, this is a game where you got to have rug burns, you got to have wood burns, you got to have what's that material that they use to put the advertising on the floor? You need those burns. This is a 50-50 game. You got to win those battles. You got to win the intangibles.
You got to those 50-50 balls. You got to make them 75-25.
Yeah.
You got to get more of them, and you got the dime on the floor. You have to, make that extra effort to get those offensive rebounds and not just die on a box out attempt.
Right.
Give an extra effort, second effort, third effort to go get offensive rebounds.
All right, so we are moving along here on the pregame show, and when we come back, we will hear from Eagles head coach Mark Prosser. It is brought to us by our good friends at Hop and Rock Hill and Coroplast Tape. Hop and Rock Hill is the site of the Winthrop Sports Show presented by Coroplast Tape. We'll be there tomorrow. Hope everybody's having a good time over there today. Watch party going on, so make sure you stop by there today. Come back tomorrow, and we'll have a chance to talk with Samika Randolay. They lost last night to High Point in the semifinal game, and kind of a long year for Samika Randolay, but I feel like if you take away the wins and losses and you look at the adversity she had to deal with, probably one of the best coaching jobs she's done. I mean, and to get them to a win and get into the semifinals was a good accomplishment.
I told her last night, you're going in the right direction.
Yep,
you're moving the program in the right direction.
All right, so Mark Prosser next. You're listening to the Winthrop Sports Network. Expanded coverage of the Big South Conference Tournament Finals. Number 2 Winthrop, number 1 High Point. We return to Johnson City with Mark Prosser after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Energy is a choice, and life takes energy. That's why having affordable choices like natural gas can help you save more and spend less. York County Natural Gas provides safe and efficient energy to over 70,000 customers at one of the lowest residential rates in the state. As costs continue to rise, we work hard to maintain stable rates while supporting growth in the county and improving our environment. Life takes energy, and natural gas is energy you can rely on. Learn more at ycnga.com.
Wing Bones. More than wings. Wing Bones has delicious appetizers, wraps, burgers, fresh salads, and more. So come to Wing Bones today for lunch or dinner. Wing Bones. Fresh, affordable, delicious. Wing Bones, Oakland Avenue in Rock Hill. Wing Bones.
Welcome back to Freedom Hall. It's number 2 Winthrop, number 1 High Point. It's one of the best days of the year because it's Championship Sunday. Winner advances to the NCAA tournament. We are glad to be joined by the head coach of the Eagles, Mark Prosser. Our visit with Prosser brought to us by good friends at Hop and Rock Hill and Coroplast Tape. Of course, join us on Mondays for the Winthrop Sports Show presented by Coroplast Tape. We're hoping to have a very big party at Hop and Rock Hill tomorrow night. the first at hand. It's the game here against the Panthers. Eagles coming off a couple close games, and I think that probably fits in well with kind of the theme of the season and also what we expect today.
Yeah, I mean, that's why March has that moniker, but Madness of March is what it is. It's been a very, very coaching, so there's a lot of games like this, and I know I keep mentioning it, but I'm sure today will be no different, which is not great for my heart rate. But our kids have shown the resilience and the ability for us to really be calm on the sidelines, because they've sort of got together, and there were some huddles, and I think it was mentioned yesterday after the game when those guys get together and just sort of look one another in the eyes, sort of accept any fate other than winning a game and winning that moment. So it's been a great tournament. It's been a lot of fun, and now we get to go and have some fun on a Sunday afternoon.
You try to treat this like it's any other game, but the stakes are a little bit different than your average December 5th game. What's the message to the team in trying to get them hyped up, but also you want to stay within yourself and kind of just play basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing going for us today is I don't necessarily know that we've been playing our best basketball lately. I think we're due to play well, I agree, and I don't a little bit. I think everybody knows the stakes, and everybody knows what's on the line, and everybody's getting the same phone calls and text messages and social media things and things like that, and all that stuff is good, and they've earned that. But the other part is we do prepare the same way for every game, right? And the preparation has been the same as it was for yesterday, the same as it was for the day before, and a very quick turnaround. Again, it's a big stage, right? And there's bright lights and all that stuff is great, but it's just who settles in early and makes plays, and once that first sort of ball touches your hand, once that first shot goes in, everything else sort of settles down, and it's just a game you've prepared for. And I think we've talked about it a lot with our kids. It's a lot of them, this is the game that they signed the dotted line to come to school here to play in, and that's what it's all about. And the other 364 days you're hoping for today, and here it is, right back at it.
Logan's been a warrior. Obviously, he's come off the bench the last two games. I would imagine same game plan going into today, or do you think maybe he starts?
I know you probably think I'm lying to you. I literally don't know. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Again, we get told who's available when and how much, and so I have not been given updates on our guys yet. And so obviously he's earned the opportunity that if he's available to be out there, and if he's ready to go to be part of that lineup, but again, we'll maybe make that decision here when it gets closer in a little while.
Team like High Point, obviously, they want to get downhill. Very athletic team, very high skilled, very high payroll. Winthrop is the only team in the league that's beat them this year. How important is it to get off to a good start those first two wars?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily even about them getting out to a good start. I think it's about us. And I think, we realize that the last couple games have been battles, and we realize that maybe, that I think there's been stretches where we've been good. Unfortunately, there's stretches where we haven't been very good. And so, we need to start playing well for us more than anything else, and so we don't have those lulls, those high highs and low lows. I mean, I think in both halves up there, we were down by 16, or one was 17, one was 16, and our kids never bat an eye. And so I understand that it's going to be a very partisan crowd. They have it sounds like they're paying their students to come here and everything else, and they're very highly compensated and resourced, and that's great. None of that stuff matters when the ball goes up in the air. It's who's better today, we had a great game up there. We played well enough to win at our place, and I fully anticipate our kids understanding the assignment and rising to the occasion.
You've been in these games as an assistant. This is the third time in 5 years Winthrop's in the championship game. What does it take to win?
I think, again, it's that how quickly you can shake off that initial nervous energy, which they'll have as well. How quickly you can settle in and just be in the moment, right, and block everything else out. And it's a very different scouting report than yesterday, and yesterday was a very different scouting report than the day before. But can you stay in the moment? Can you stay present and not react and not act on emotion, right? And that stuff's hard to do. It's hard to do when you're our age. It's hard to do when you're a kid, these kids' age even more so. So they're prepared. They're a veteran group. They're going to attack it and have a lot of fun with it. And so it sounds a little cliche, but it's another game for us. It's the one that they signed up to play in, and we're fortunate to be back here. But it's going to be a heck of a time.
Good luck this afternoon. We'll talk to you after the game.
Look forward to it. Thanks.
That's Eagles head coach Mark Prosser. We're back with more of our expanded coverage on the Founders pregame show after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
And we welcome you back courtside here with Michael Jenkins, the Winthrop Hall of Famer. I am Mike Pacheco. We are certainly glad and excited that you are with us here today as well. Good to see Mike Gleason. He'll be calling the women's games tonight on ESPN+. And then you have Matt Chick and Paul Biancardi taping their open right now. They got their jackets on. The only good thing about, not the only good thing, but one good thing about not doing a TV broadcast, although I am wearing a shirt and tie, I did bring my suit jacket. I'm wearing a suit, but I don't have to wear my jacket if I don't want to. When you're on TV, you kind of have to. You never know when they're going to throw you on camera, so you got to keep that on there, right?
You have to make sure you all got your I's dotted and your T's crossed.
So this is the 20th appearance in the title game for the Eagles. It's the fourth and second back-to-back for both schools. And I think when you discuss rivalries in the league, I feel like of the current members in the league, it's almost like a pick your poison, or obviously in the day the Big South rival, they're still rivals, but the Big South rival was Coastal Carolina. I would probably argue that it's Asheville and then Radford and then maybe High Point. The High Point people will tell you it's Winthrop, and I think they are starting to feel like that they are the emerging power, and certainly they are the emerging power. They have a right to feel that way, but it's almost it almost kind of feels like the Vanderbilts versus Elon Musk. It's like old money versus the billionaires, the new billionaires, right? Because, they're a team that, let's face it, when you were in the league, they were kind of dreadful.
Yeah. Yeah, they
played at a building that wasn't even as nice as Freedom Hall.
Yeah, they had a small building. The fans it was still loud in there, and they had some talented guys. Coach Bart Lundy, did a very good job there during his time at High Point when I was there. But at the end of the day, we were just a better program.
Yeah, yeah,
we were a better program. We had better players. We were better coached, and that's just kind of just how it landed during that time.
Well, and you have to give credit to the powers that be for High Point, and that's really power that be, because it's Anito Cubane. And he is, he's been the president there for over 20 years. He was there when Dave and I started in 2006. And it's not just, Michael, it's not just in basketball. It's a school that was maybe a sleepy southern school that was on the outskirts of Greensboro in High Point, North Carolina, big furniture town. And now if you go to the High Point campus, obviously High Point is still known for furniture and all the stuff they do with furniture. They have the big furniture events throughout the year, but this is a situation where, High Point's a big factor in that town now.
Yeah, and that center is one of the biggest landmarks now in that town. So people are, whenever they travel through, they're going to want to see, how nice that building is and how nice the school is. And more people when they come on visits, because not going to lie, I had a cousin who went there, just graduated from there about 3 years ago. And I went to her graduation, and campus is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Campus is beautiful. So, they did a work, and that's what you want, though. Like, obviously, athletics is competitive. You want to win, but you want the schools in your conference to be worth something too,
right?
Because nobody wants to, just bully everybody all the time.
All right, we'll come back with starting lineups. Our expanded coverage of the Big South Conference Championship Final. Number 1 High Point and number 2 Winthrop, and I'm going to call it about 15 minutes away from the opening tip. So we're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Education is very important to the South Carolina Education Lottery, and so are our players. When our games become something other than fun, it's time to stop and reach out for help. If you or someone you know or love needs help, please call the South Carolina Gambling Helpline. Educating players is very important to us. So have fun, play smart, but always play responsibly.
For more information, call 1-877-452-5155.
Eagles fans, experience the power and excitement of live events with Ticket Smarter. You can find seats to more than 125,000 live events, ranging from sports to concerts and theater shows on Ticketsmarter.com. Ticketsmarter is proud to be the official ticket resale marketplace partner of Winthrop Athletics, providing a safe and secure way to buy and sell tickets to your favorite events. The next time you need tickets, think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter.
And we welcome you back here to Freedom Hall. We are in a neutral site venue. This is the home site for the East Tennessee State University Buccaneers. We are probably, a mile and a half from that campus. But this has been a venue that really, in a city that has embraced the Big South Conference. So it's been a lot of fun to be here with everybody, and I know we're kind of excited to be here as well. Let's go through the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the High Point Panthers, the number 1 seed, 29-4 this year. Guard Rob Martin. He is a 5'10", 170-pound senior guard from St. Louis, Missouri. You also have at guard Scotty Washington, 6'4", 180-pound senior guard from California. He was born in Los Angeles, California. Maybe one of the keys to the game for High Point is Terry Anderson, the 6'6", 205 grad guard from Deer Park, Texas. You have in the kind of in the 4 position, that shooting 4, Braden Housen, 6'7", 213 sophomore from Amarillo, Texas. And you also have Owen Aquino, who is a 6'8", 230-pound senior forward from Madrid. We'll take a timeout here, and when we come back, we will get the Winthrop starting lineup. That's next here from Johnson City. This is the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Energy is a choice, and life takes energy. That's why having affordable choices like natural gas can help you save more and spend less. York County Natural Gas provides safe and efficient energy to over 70,000 customers at one of the lowest residential rates in the state. As costs continue to rise, we work hard to maintain stable rates while supporting growth in the county and improving our environment. Life takes energy, and natural gas is energy you can rely on. Learn more at ycnga.com.
Wingbones. More than wings. Wingbones has delicious appetizers, wraps, burgers, fresh salads, and more. So come to Wingbones today for lunch or dinner. Wingbones. Fresh, affordable, delicious. Wingbones, Oakland Avenue in Rock Hill. Wingbones.
All right, we welcome you back here at Freedom Hall, where we are approaching the 20th appearance in the Big South Conference Tournament Finals for Winthrop. Third time in 5 years for Eagles head coach Mark Prosser. Still seeking that first NCAA tournament appearance in Big South Conference Championship. Here's the Winthrop Eagles lineup, and it's presented by our good friends at the South Carolina Education Lottery. Your passion is our purpose. So Winthrop at guard, and we've seen this lineup the last several games. Kareem Rozier, 5'9", 160-pound senior guard from Detroit, Michigan. He's really one of the straws, probably the straw that stirs the drink here, along with Isaiah Wilson. But I think sometimes as he goes, the Eagles go. He's averaging 12.9 points per game. He's the third leading scorer on this team. Isaiah Wilson, who is definitely a glue guy and a defense guy, 6'1", 180-pound grad guard from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was one of 3 players on the roster that was in this game last year for the Eagles. Dalen Berry came to Winthrop to play in this game. 6'4", 175-pound redshirt senior guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. Also, Cody Cluett, another player who came here for Winthrop's tradition. We'll hear from him after the break. But he is a 6'5", 215-pound grad guard from San Marcos, California, by way of St. Catharines, Southeast Oklahoma State, and San Diego. He's a San Diego native. That's where San Marcos is. Had an opportunity to go home. Winthrop actually recruited him last year, and he elected to go closer to home. And then when he was granted another year, it was kind of a no-brainer, and he said, you know what, I'm coming to Winthrop. Also, making his 6th start of the year, it's Ed Namoko, 6'10", 230-pound senior forward from Lagos, Nigeria. Transfer from Georgia State and New Mexico State. And he is going to start in place of Logan Duncan. Logan Duncan has not started the last couple of games, if you're just joining us, if you're new to the Winthrop Eagles. Had a foot injury against Charleston Southern in the second to last, the penultimate game of the season. He did not play against Presbyterian. He played wonderfully in the quarterfinal game against Charleston Southern. He was a game-time decision. He came in and had 20 points, 11 rebounds in 16 minutes. And then yesterday, they kind of had the break glass in case of emergency on him, and he came in when things got a little dicey when Winthrop was down 4 in the second half. And so he finished that game with 12 points, 3 rebounds in 11 minutes. So we'll know when you'll know if he'll play, but he is available, it looks like, because he's dressed and he is in uniform. So we'll take our final timeout, and we'll have the Big South Conference Tournament Finals, number 2 Winthrop, number 1 High Point rematch of last year when we return to Johnson City. This is the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Start your journey with a new auto loan. Get on the road with an auto loan from Founders Federal Credit Union. From city streets to off-road trails, your journey begins here. Our competitive rates can get you on the road in a ride that fits your lifestyle and budget with no payments for up to 90 days. You can apply for a pre-approved spending limit valid for 30 days before you start shopping. Visit one of our many convenient office locations or go to foundersfcu.com/auto to apply for an auto loan today. Membership qualification required. See webpage for details.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
And we welcome you courtside here at Johnson City, Tennessee. The 2-seed Winthrop Eagles and the number 1 seed High Point Panthers. Rematch of last year. 4th time in the championship game for the Panthers, trying to win their 2nd and back-to-back. Winthrop looking, which is just an amazing number of what Winthrop's trying to do here. Their 14th Big South Conference championship title is on the line. Their 12th NCAA tournament appearance and their 13th overall berth to the NCAA tournament. So those are the stakes. I am Mike Pacheco. Michael Jenkins alongside the Winthrop Hall of Fame guard. Back in studio, Michael Patrick Gillen. Stephen Stone also has been helping out today.
Line after you say breakdance.
As well. And we are excited that you are here with us. Again, we're getting like a dirty effects feed, so they're random sounds are coming down from that. So we'll monitor that throughout the game here. Winthrop's being introduced on the floor. Had a chance to talk to Cody Cluett, and he's such a fun and interesting kid. But ask him kind of with Kareem about the chemistry that this team has.
I just think it's always been it the whole season, and it comes down to it now. It's all about us. I mean, opponents change, game plans change a little bit, but if we just handle our business, play our game, play the way we know how to, I mean, I think, we can win any game we want.
How much fun is it being on this type of team where you guys can make adjustments and, throughout the year, we've seen the players kind of step up and do a lot of the leadership. How important is that for a winning team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just speaks to the people we have in this locker room, and it helps to have an older team, a lot of guys with experience, been around winning before. So we know where we need to be, and we can just look at each other in crucial moments, especially in those 2 last wars, and just be like, this is what we worked for. This is why we're here, and we can get it done.
In both games, yesterday and today, you made some huge shots, and I know you've kind of put yourself in position to be in this position. You and your teammates have been able to do that. In the game today, though, what was it kind of about this game that kind of helped propel you guys to the win?
It was kind of a up and down game, and we got off hot at the beginning of the game, scoring wise, and our defense was really locked in. And then they're a good team. They went on their run, but I just think we executed, made the plays when we needed to. I thought Isaiah made some great plays, big layups, a couple and ones. We made our free throws when we needed to. Not at the very end, but in the heat of it. And then, got a little lucky there at the end. They missed their shot.
Before I ask you about High Point, I did want to kind of, it's interesting to me just as a basketball fan, but obviously, Division II and kind of the Middle South in Southeast Oklahoma. You grew up in California, played at San Diego. Now you've been here on the East Coast. Basketball is basketball, but what do you see maybe is there any kind of difference in the different regions that you've played in?
That's a good question. I just think there's good players anywhere you go. It comes down to just, making plays when it is. And I think this league is very physical. You got not the biggest big guys, but a lot of talent, athleticism, but just physicality wise, it's definitely up there and make it hard on you day in and day out. There's a lot of fouls, a lot of just paint touches and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, basketball's basketball, so
it's just the same. All right, let's talk about High Point. You guys split with them, the only team in the Big South to knock off High Point. When you look at the Panthers, what are some of the things that they do that you feel like you guys have to stop?
Yeah, I mean they kind of ran through the Big South besides us. There's a couple things with them. It's their transition game. They're very fast. They like to pitch the ball and then drive it straight downhill, get a lot of fouls, get a lot of layups at the rim easy. And then they're a pretty good rebounding team as well.
And that's Cody Cluett. Thanks to him and Kareem Rozier for joining us here. And we're joined by Michael Jenkins now as teams are huddling up for the final time before the Big South Conference Championship Tournament game. And stakes are a conference title and a trip to the NCAA tournament. Last year it was a loss to Purdue for High Point. Winthrop really had a bitter taste in the mouth after a big lead in that game last year, in a game they felt like they had a chance to win, and then it just went away.
Honestly, yep. They controlled the game. I would say 35 minutes out of the 40.
Yeah.
All it takes is a mental lapse at the wrong time or a momentum to shift at the wrong time, and you could be on the wrong side of that. So,
all right, Bill Covington Jr. is in the center tip circle. Winthrop's Ed Namoko and Owen Aquino for High Point. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament. Bill Covington Jr. puts the ball up in the air. We are underway. Aquino tips, but it's into the Winthrop backcourt. Kareem Rozier. And we are underway in the Big South Conference Tournament Championship game. Eagles in black shooting to our right. High Point in white, opening up in a man-to-man defense. Cluett right wing three, off the heel, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Winthrop's Isaiah Wilson. High up top left, it's Rozier. Into the corner, Berry, he rises up for a three. Swish for Dalen Berry. And just like yesterday in the semifinal game, Winthrop starts off with a three, this time Dalen Berry.
Yeah, that's who you really want to see take over. He has the capabilities of doing like what an Anderson can do for High Point and really go off.
Martin sealed off, kicks it out for Aquino. He rises up for a three. That's off the heel, and Rozier rebounds for Winthrop. Outlets for Wilson. Wilson across midcourt for the Eagles. Winthrop 23-10 on the year. Now it's Wilson attacks, and his running layup is no good. Ed DeMoco there for the putback, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Officials conferring. Tommy Morrissey and Lee Cassell will huddle up, and they are going to determine it's going to be High Point basketball. Or check that, it's going to be Winthrop basketball. There's Kareem Rozier is going to... Owen Aquino was standing there. He was going to get the ball. Wilson reverses for Berry. Berry on the left wing, Wilson. 1 minute into the game, Winthrop a 3-0 lead and the ball. Between the rings, Rozier. High right wing, Berry in the corner, near side, it's Wilson. Wilson, skip pass up top, Cluett. Left side, Rozier. He launches an NBA three. Off the mark, no good. Ball's going to be tipped out by Cluett. And Washington gets it for High Point. Outlets for Rob Martin. Martin and Dane Berry get all tangled up into the lane. Rob Martin wasn't picked up, and he just knocks it home on an easy layup.
Yeah, Rob Martin taking it to the rack. Seeing, I won't say an easy one go through, but making a tough two, but that's what he does.
90 seconds in, 3-2 Winthrop. Eagles have the ball. DeMoco, high right side, Cluett, guarded by Housen, the sophomore. Now it's Rozier. Rozier drives baseline underneath the basket to the corner near side Wilson. He flips it back up for Berry. Berry wanted another three, can't get it, and it's going to be rebounded by Washington. And here come the Panthers. Martin quickly up the floor. This is what they like to do. Housen skips the pass in the corner, and this is what Winthrop wants to have happen. That was an unforced error.
Yeah.
Terry Anderson was starting to cut. The ball went right behind him.
It actually was a good cut by Anderson, but it also was a good play by Housen. He drew two, but you got to know your personnel. You know, Anderson, when it gets to the rim, not really shoot that three, so good job by, Kareem Rozier stunting off of Anderson.
This is a team that averages just 9 turnovers a game. They get one early here, just under 2 minutes to play. Bounce pass up top between the rings. Berry drives out on the left lane line, attacks, throws it high off the glass, out to Rozier. He steps into a three, swish! Kareem Rozier, Winthrop's second three. They lead by 4, 6-2, 17:44 to play.
Those are the threes you want. He doesn't have to shoot 35-footers.
Now it's Housen. Skips it out onto the wing. Coming baseline. It's Washington for Anderson. Doesn't take a lot of threes. He's going to drive it instead. At the elbow sealed up. Now it's Aquino. He rips his second three, and that's good. His first make of the day.
Yeah, but Aquino really picked up his three-point shooting in conference play. At one point when we went to see them, he was shooting around 44%.
Yeah, had 12 in conference play. Now Cluett up top, and that's going to be off the rim left. And it's going to be rebounded by Washington. Eagles a 1-point lead, 6-5. Here's Martin. Wilson with a reach in. Let's see if they give him continuation. And let's see if they called it on Wilson, because there was dealt. Yeah, so Lee Cassell is going to say Isaiah Wilson, but he's going to call it out on the three-point line on the drive. So that's the right call.
It's a good foul by Isaiah. Rob Martin kind of got him off balance. Took a foul so he wouldn't get to the rim.
So we see Ty Hamilton is the first sub for the Eagles alongside Tommy Camerad, as Ed DeMoco and Isaiah Wilson will go to the bench. Aquino trying to back down Hamilton. A little more size for Aquino. He spins back right over the shoulder and knocks it over Ty Hamilton, and now High Point their first lead 7-6.
Yeah,
how about that going
the other way? Couldn't even say anything about Aquino because Winthrop got the ball right out of there.
Yeah, Winthrop got right out of there, and a big bucket on the other way for the Eagles. So 8-7 Winthrop. Here's a miss out in front by Martin. Camerad for Berry. Berry has it top of the key. He attacks, has an opening, goes up with the right hand, and we're going to get a goaltending, and it's going to be a Winthrop basketball here. Aquino hit the top of the rim, and that's going to be 2 for Winthrop. So now 10-7 Eagles.
And this is the Dalen Berry
we needed to see.
We've needed to see and wanted to see all season. He started off this way, had that injury, kind of was taking it back, but now he knows this is it for him.
Dalen Berry, a quick 7 points.
Again, he's one of those guys that could go for 30.
He could go for 30. Here's Aquino and a hand check on Ty Hamilton. And that was right in front of Bill Covington Jr. This is a big-time crew. Tommy Morrissey, Bill Covington Jr., Lee Cassell.
Lee Cassell looks like a
Hollywood actor.
He's swimming with the fishes.
So you think he'd be in The Godfather?
Yeah.
Okay. He does have kind of classic 40s movie actor look. Owen Aquino with Logan Duncan for the first time. Duncan knocks it away. Ball's loose on the floor. Aquino spins over the right shoulder. It's off the glass. No good. Ball tipped by Duncan. Cluett has it. Both Aquino and Duncan go hard to the floor. Here's Berry the other way. Layup on the reverse side is good. Hit it with the right hand, and it's in. Winthrop with a 12-7 lead. 16 minutes to play in the half.
Dalen Berry. Let's go.
9 points for Berry. Here's Anderson as he attacks in the paint. Goes up on Tommy Camerad. Can't get it to fall, but he will go to the free throw line. This will stop the clock at 15:53 to play. Pretty hectic pace so far. Winthrop 5 of 11 already. 3 for 6 for the High Point Panthers.
This is what you want to see. Now, these are the moments you get hyped. You're up 12-7, but then once you get to the bench, it's time to sit down, calm yourselves, regulate your heart rate, and be ready to focus back in.
All right, we're going to regulate our heartbeat in the break here. 15:53 to play. Championship game in the Big South Conference. Number 1 High Point, number 2 Winthrop Eagles, up by 5 on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Looking to elevate your brand? Discover the power of professional printing with Alpha Graphics of South Charlotte. From stunning banners to eye-catching business cards, we bring your vision to life with top-quality service and fast turnaround times. Need custom marketing materials? We got you covered. Our team of experts will work with you every step of the way. Get a quote today on our website or call 980-837-7839.
The Winthrop Eagle Club is the official fundraising arm of Winthrop Athletics. The Eagle Club supports the overall mission of the athletic department by serving Winthrop student athletes and providing them the resources that they need to excel both academically and on the field of play. Winthrop Eagle Club memberships are also a great way to maximize your fan experience. The Eagle Club community enjoyed numerous benefits throughout the year, including priority seating, game day hospitality, and exclusive invitation to special events. To maximize your fan experience while supporting Winthrop student athletes all year long, visit winthropeagles.com/Eagle Club today.
All right, so Winthrop a 5-point lead, 6-0 run, and it's been the Dalen Berry show. And we're big fans of this show. It's 9 points for Dalen Berry. You know, he had that injury about 5-6 games ago. He was out for 5 games. He's been back for about 5 or 6 games, but this is the best we've seen him play since coming back from that right wrist injury.
And he's that caliber player. Logan was recruited by Indiana. Dalen was at the University of Charlotte. Dalen
UNC
was,
Charlotte,
that type of player and is that type of player. And we've seen it. We saw it at Charleston Southern, and we saw glimpses of it this year. And now he knows this is somebody that is seizing the moment. Knowing
Definitely.
that it's over for me after this. If I don't come out here and do everything I can, I know I'm capable of.
So Rozier and Dalen Berry have Winthrop's 3-pointers. Owen Aquino has the 1-3 for High Point. And Winthrop taking it right to the Panthers. And High Point taking it right back. Terry Anderson's going to be at the line after getting fouled here with 15:53 to play. Tommy Camerad picking up his first. So Anderson, a very good player, hits the first free throw. In conference this year, 76%, overall 75%, and when you look at his career, 73.6%. In a span of 400, and now this will be the 446th free throw he's attempted in his career. That was a miss. Ball's knocked around, and Tommy Camerad comes up with the loose ball. So now it's Berry across midcourt, skips a pass to Rozier, Kareem Rozier into Logan Duncan, low left block, comes to the elbow, now backs down Aquino, tries to go up and under, a scoop shot off the glass, no good. Good job to push Logan out.
Yeah, that's great defense by Aquino. They could have called a foul, but they're not, and that's what as long as they keep it consistent.
Here's a little scoop shot by Aquino the other way. Yep. They're letting him play today. Dalen Berry for Cluett. Now Berry steps up for a 3. It's going to be off the mark right. It was an air ball. Now we're going to get something inside here with 15:19 to play.
Dalen Berry had a lot more time to shoot that. Kind of rushed it, feeling that Cody actually should have passed it back sooner. Once he passed it to him, give it right back, he might would have decided to drive it. It's crazy up here sometimes, Mike. I see things ahead of time before everybody else.
That's right. I know you're like waving like a conductor. That's going to be the first on Terry Anderson. Winthrop will inbound Berry in the corner right in front of the High Point bench. Outside the lane line left, it's Duncan. Duncan, one dribble, kicks it up Berry. 10 on the shot clock, 15-10 to play in the first half. Here's Rozier, steps up for a wing 3. That's going to be off the mark, no good. Ball's going to be tipped out Berry. So Berry will reset the Winthrop offense. 15 minutes to play, first half here in the championship game. Berry sealed off. Now it's Washington closely guarding, and ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Cameron Fletcher. It'll stay Winthrop's way. And Logan Duncan with that bad foot and all, diving on the floor. And now he looks like he might need a little help getting up by his friends. He looks to be okay.
Yeah, Logan's just Logan.
A little theatrics.
Yeah.
I was like, get up, like everybody else. Hope everyone's having a good time at Hoppin' Rock Hill. Watch party going on right now. We'll be with you tomorrow night. Winthrop right now a 4-point lead, 12-8.
Like my good teammate would say. Terrell Martin,
he was a very good actor.
He's just being theatrical.
Yeah. But he really was a good actor.
Yeah. Acting major.
Yeah, he was a theater, right? Acting major, right?
Theater major, yeah.
So here's Cody Cluett down the right lane line. He is going to be fouled. And now we get some whistles blown here after the fact. Bill Covington Jr. is a veteran official. He's telling these players, listen, we're on ESPN, boys. We're not going to do any silly stuff here.
Yeah. Heard it in the cattle.
He did. He herded everybody in. But, I mean, this is a big-time crew. This is what big-time crews do. Trying to shut it down early and make it a nice, free-flowing game. That's what people want to see.
Honestly, a crew like this, to be fair, wouldn't have called the tech on Tristan Wilson yesterday. They probably would have gave him a warning.
Or they would have just said, hey, son, don't do that again. Yep. And Dowie in for Winthrop. Berry up top, Cluett. Logan Duncan comes up for a screen. Cluett gets around the screen. Now it's Wilson for Berry. Berry has it ripped away by Anderson. Now it's Isaiah Wilson. And he's going to lob a pass for Cluett. Cluett with one on the shot clock has to put up a shot. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be a shot clock violation, 14:24 to play. Winthrop really out of sorts on that one, and then they had the time crunch at the end.
Yeah, both teams are now picking up the intensity on defense and getting a little antsy. When the intensity picks up, this is where you find the calm and the chaos.
Yep.
You take deep breaths. You slow down while everything's moving fast. If you slow down, you see things better.
The title of my upcoming book, Calm in the Chaos. 14:18 to play. Here's Anderson. He's seeing some chaos in the paint, and he's going to get a floater right in front of the charge circle.
Dalen went for a steal there. You got to be solid. That's what Anderson wants to do, get downhill.
He wants to get downhill. He wants to get by you. Cluett has it high up top left for Berry on the near side. Berry guarded by Johnson, Chase Johnson. Now it's Wilson. Bounce pass for Nomoko. Nomoko has it outside the right lane line. Gets doubled. Fletcher and Anderson. Now he's wide open. 8 seconds to play. He has to pick up his dribble. Now it's going to be Wilson for Cluett. He's got another late three attempt. That's going to be off the heel. Ball's tipped out to Dalen Berry. Eagles got a fresh 20. Bounce pass in for Nomoko. Turnaround, spin, pivots, kicks it out. Cluett, wing three left. No good. And then Dowie can't get the tip in. Ball's loose. And here comes Aquino. Bounces it up for Anderson. Eagles are back defensively. Anderson in traffic is going to be stopped by Dalen Berry. Dalen went for the ball, but it is going to be a shooting foul on Terry Anderson. He's going back to the line for the second time.
And that's when you don't have offensive kind of guys like Logan as your reserves. You can't be Ed Nomoko and not be able to score those baskets. You had a 15-footer, okay, out of your range. But then you have an 8-footer,
8-footer, I think you
got to put it up to the rim, man.
Yeah. Or even because he had the lane, go up for it and then go after it.
Yeah, you got to put it up to the rim.
That's a make for Anderson, so now 2 out of 3. From Deer Park, Texas, transfer from Lamar. That's the same school of former Winthrop guard Kason Harrison. He was the guard in the game last year. Cluett and Berry will exit, so we have Josh Mio and Kareem Rozier return for Winthrop. A little bit of a smaller lineup versus a bigger lineup for the Panthers as Anderson's free throw is away, and that one's going to be good. Remember, he's over 80%. And maybe a rare miss the last time he was at the line. So now an all-even game at 12 apiece. And now Winthrop has seen a 5-0 run for the Panthers with 13:20 to play. Here's Rozier at the elbow. Has it knocked away by Rob Martin. Nomoko dives for it. Aquino gets it quickly up at Anderson. Anderson guarded by Indawi at the left elbow. Cuts across the lane. Now it's Fletcher. He attacks. Up top it's Aquino. Shot fake. Goes down the right lane line. He throws it out of bounds. Nope. He stayed inbounds. Anderson at the free throw line, drives, attacks, layup no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Ed Nomoko. He almost had it knocked away by Anderson. So Rozier will bring it across midcourt, 12:52 to play. Gets around a Nomoko screen, drives baseline, under the basket, in the corner, and Dowie skips a pass up top, Wilson. Left lane line is Nomoko, guarded by Fletcher, spins on Fletcher, attacks the rim, is going to be fouled with 12:41 to go. They had the weak side, Chase Johnson, come over, and
High-point foul charge to 99, Chase Johnson.
So it's going to be on Johnston. 99's a tough number for the officials to give. So it's Ed Nomoko to put the Eagles ahead with 12:41 to play.
And that's what you want to see. Even if you don't make it, put it to the basket. Shoot it, attempt. You got to keep the High Point defense honest.
That one rims and rattles and rolls out.
And Ed's a really good free throw shooter.
Ed Namoko.
The second half of the season.
Well, in conference play, 72%, absolutely. 23 of 32. 67% on the season overall, 66% in his career. Takes one dribble, aims, shoots, and that one is going to off the heel and drop in. So Winthrop has a 1-point lead, 1 out of 2 for Ed Namoko, and here comes Logan Duncan back in with Kareem Rozier, Josh Mio, Saifuddin Ndawi, and Isaiah Wilson. Conrad Martinez, who has Martinez on the back of his jersey. He wears number 9. It's going to be handoff Anderson back to Conrad. Drives down the right lane line. A reverse back up top for Fletcher. Fletcher, the former Florida State recruit, also University of Kentucky. Gets it for Conrad. Gets by Rozier. Skips a pass opposite side Okino. He shot fakes Duncan. Goes, attacks the rim, and it's going to be blocked by Saifuddin Ndawi. Fletcher tries to save, but he was out of bounds on the baseline. It's going to be Winthrop basketball with 12-17 to play. First half.
Ooh, cameraman almost lost a very expensive camera down there.
Ooh.
Stepped right on it.
That's why we're high above courtside. We're about 3 feet, 4 feet up on a very broad platform.
We get shorter and shorter distance.
We just have power that goes out at the end of the game. 13-12 Winthrop, 12:07 to play. Rozier has it between the rings. Left wing corner for Saifuddin Ndawi. Ndawi couple dribbles, comes back right through the paint. Euro step, attacks the rim, no good. He missed it. Ball was tipped by Fletcher. Now we're going to get a foul the other way. I think Logan Duncan gets in the cookie jar there, trying to knock that ball away. And instead of ball first, he got hand first, then ball. So this will take us to the under 12 media timeout. First foul on Logan Duncan. Played 11 minutes in the game yesterday. 11:56 to go. First half championship game in the Big South Conference. Number 2 Winthrop and number 1 High Point. We're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Comporium's 1 gig zip stream gives you lightning fast internet uploads and downloads, faster transfers of large files, and all your devices working efficiently on the same network. For over 130 years, Comporium has helped our neighbors stay connected with right next door service. We're more than just a provider. Comporium is part of the fabric of this community. Always have been, always will be. Visit Comporium.com to learn about Zipstream 1 gig internet. Comporium, combining top tier technology with local customer service and deep community roots.
Looking to elevate your career? Caroplast Tape Corporation is hiring right here in Rock Hill. Are you excited about an environment that is characterized by technology and automotive engineering? You're just as comfortable thinking and acting independently as you are working in a team? This means you're ready for Caroplast Tape. Proud sponsor of Winthrop Athletics and a presenting sponsor of the Winthrop Sports Show at Hoppin. Go to caroplast-tape.com for more information. That's caroplast-tape.com.
All right, we are back here in Johnson City, Tennessee. The number 5 Winthrop Eagles on the women's draw last night lost to High Point 79-63, and it's good to see women's basketball supporting the men's team here. And really glad to see them out here with us as well. And not a great season wins and loss-wise. They had a lot of challenges. They had, of course, that Takara Johnson 7-game suspension, which happened against High Point. And Samika Randall is still able to get the Eagles in the middle of the pack despite all the challenges and injuries and suspensions and all that other stuff that happened this season. We had 3 different types of box score deliveries. On Friday we had the grenade toss. Yesterday we had 7 box scores for just Michael and I. And I think we've got it right now.
Yeah, and I don't
want to sound like Goldilocks, but I think the porridge is finally the proper one.
And this guy is a bit taller, so he's
a bit taller, so we can see him coming. Well, I tell you what, Winthrop hasn't seen coming, Mike, and that's an 0-for-8 drought. They haven't had a field goal in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, Dalen Berry went out and got a rest and haven't been able to find any offense.
So he is currently on the bench. Kareem Rozier will pick up Martinez. Hands off Aquino. Back to Martinez in front of the Winthrop bench. Grenade pass behind for Aquino. Now on the wing, Martinez. He attacks baseline. Attacks the rim. It's going to be a miss. And Saifuddin Ndawi is going to be friendly fired out of bounds. He and Mio and Logan Duncan all collided, and it's going to be out of bounds Winthrop. So Winthrop missed an opportunity there, and it'll be a turnover. That'll be the 3rd turnover for the Winthrop Eagles. 2 turnovers for High Point. Now, the good news for Winthrop, High Point is just one of their last 7. and they don't have a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes either.
Yeah, they aren't talking as much. What's going on here?
It's a clock issue, perhaps? Or are we going to have another foul?
Hope not. That'll be 2 on Logan.
Are they going to go to the monitor for something? I didn't see anything that would warrant discussion, did you? Or are they trying to see who the ball is out of bounds on? I think Winthrop may have been asking. I hope they didn't challenge because it's a little bit early for that.
Yeah.
11:40 to play.
You know, for me,
looks like it was a shot clock issue. They didn't reset the shot clock.
You know, from my observation, it's just seeing Coach Klayman over there. The first 2 games of this tournament, he was pacing up and down the sideline. He was very demonstrative and adamant. This championship game, he's had hand in his pockets.
So it's going to be Isaiah Wilson on a hold. So that'll be 2 on Isaiah. So that's a big defensive asset taken off the floor. He's going to go to the bench. Dalen Berry, though, is Winthrop's leading scorer in the game with 9 points. In fact, he's the game's leading scorer. And he's also pretty good defensively. Johnson kind of wraps around a screen, fought through traffic, and hits a 3.
Yep,
That's what he does.
Got him on that out-of-bounds play.
Dalen Berry's going to lose a sneaker, so he's going to go put it on. I tell you what, you got to give Chase Johnson credit. He literally tried to create space where there wasn't space and fought through.
Yeah, they ran like a circle and then into an elevator right for him. And Dalen Berry got caught on the first one.
Does that need to be switched, you think, or does Dalen just have to fight through it?
Well, they have to open up space, but they have to be able to. You want your team to close that elevator for you.
Here's Rozier, high left wing for Logan Duncan out on the wing. He's going to drive to the baseline, has it poked away from behind by Johnson. Quickly up ahead, Conrad for Fletcher, and the layup is good. They run the break well on the turnover.
Yeah, that's what High Point likes to do, fast break points.
Quick 4-0 run here. 11:08 to play. Duncan attacks, goes right up with the right hand, misses, and it's going to be Fletcher who rebounds for Martinez. Martinez hands off Johnson. They get it up for Aquino. Out on the right wing, Martinez. He'll drive to the elevator, goes right through the lane line, no good. Safedine Ndawi almost had it ripped away, but he kind of clutches the ball like a running back, and now he's going to bring it up the floor across midcourt. Top of the key, now it's left wing, Berry. High up top, Mio. He rises up for a 3. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by High Point. Winthrop's down 4.
Mio shot that so flat.
Here's Conrad. It was an open look. Now Aquino tries to get downhill, and he bowls over. It's going to be an offensive foul on Aquino as he goes right into Logan Duncan's chest and knocks him over.
Yeah, good job, Logan Duncan, moving the puppies, getting in front of Aquino, who's a little more agile, but Logan able to take the angle on him and get in front in a legal guarding position.
I think Logan's having a conversation with Corey Aquino as Corey Aquino goes to the bench.
I will say, when Logan starts talking or a team starts talking, yeah, good things do start to happen.
Yusef Sangari is in for the Panthers. Rozier will dribble it up through the middle of the floor, brings it across up top for Cluett. Cluett at the free throw line, Duncan. Duncan goes in on Sangari. Drop step, has his shot blocked. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go to High Point here with 10:22 to play. So Winthrop can't corral the loose ball, and kind of a tough spot here, meaning Winthrop is over their last 11. They haven't scored in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, and High Point has a 4-point lead, 2-possession game.
See, Logan's not taking his time. It's like size big, so you're not really going to out-quick him there. He's to take his time and kind of body him a little bit.
Rob Martin gets around the Johnson screen, attacks, kicks out Fletcher, corner 3. That's good. Cameron Fletcher, big 3. That's his 27th triple of the year, and now lead is 7. Duncan for Camerad. Cluett tried to answer with a 3 of his own. Rims in and out, no good. Fletcher tries to save it, does for Martin. Gets by Berry, dribbles it off his knee, stays with it. They try the lob to Anderson, and he lays it in, and Winthrop needs a timeout.
Getting out in transition. These athletes of the High Point Panthers moving and running like Panthers. Getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, this is exactly what Winthrop doesn't want to see right here. With 9:47 to play. And the Panthers just putting it into a second gear.
If Logan Duncan is the only reliable way for you to get points in the paint, it's going to be a long
tough
night.
day. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day for you.
When you look at points in the paint, 10-6, but Winthrop got there as early.
Yeah, it's very early. Dalen Berry, all of them pretty much from Dalen Berry.
Winthrop actually's got the rebounding edge right now, but they only have 2 assists on 5 made field goals. Meanwhile, High Point, they're a good assist team. They're averaging 16 assists per game, one of the best in the conference. But they have had 5 assists on 8 made field goals, 2 from Martin, 2 from Martinez. And now it's a 10-0 run over the last minute 50.
Yes, it's one of those things where, you know, even some of the threes Winthrop shot at the beginning were very tough, long threes.
2 of 13, Mike, and I'd say only maybe 4 of them have been really good looks.
Yeah, like you have to be able to break down your defenders and get the ball into the paint.
Duncan is out. Nomoko is in. Here's Camarad, top of the key, inside the three-point line. Nomoko in the middle of the paint, almost had it knocked away. Back for Cluett. Berry has it top of the key. Anderson guarding him. Now Nomoko will dribble along the three-point line. Hands off for Berry. Berry with 5 on the shot clock. He's guarded closely by Cameron Fletcher. He's got to make something happen. Sidestep dribble, 3 no good. Off the iron and off the glass and in. Oh, it hit off the iron, hit off the glass, and dropped in. Eagles needed that one.
Need a little luck sometimes.
Yes, you do. Dalen Berry has his second 3 of the game, 3rd overall for Winthrop. Makes it a 6-point game with 9 minutes to play in the first half. Martin, little reach, leaner in and good with under 9 to play, and it's 24-16, leads back to 8.
Cody Cluett is not going to be able to guard Rod Martin one-on-one.
Yeah, Rod Martin's just too fast. The Southeast Missouri State got a foul inside here with 8:46 to play on the Panthers. So Singari picks up his first. 5 team fouls for the Panthers. Winthrop has 6. Winthrop 1 of 2 at the line, 3 of 4. Terry Anderson has all the free throw attempts for the Panthers. Rozier for Cameron in the corner near side. Berry reverses up top. Cluett. Fletcher tips the pass intended for Rozier, and it's going to be out of bounds off High Point. Winthrop will have possession, 8:41 to play.
High Point's in those passing lanes, and Winthrop's going to have to use that against them at some point, some back doors.
We haven't seen Winthrop do a lot of backdoor cuts, though, this year.
Hasn't seen it, but you have to be able to read.
Yep.
You got to make that adjustment.
So Rozier into the backcourt, brings it across to the front court, comes back right around a Cluett screen, kind of a ghost screen. Back for Cluett, shot fake gets Martin out of the way, steps up for a 3, off the heel, no good. Ball's rebounded by Fletcher.
We need to shoot some 2s.
Martin attacking across midcourt. Coach Jenkins trying to offer some advice. Here's Anderson at the left elbow, now left wing Aquino, and his attempted 3 is no good. Rozier will rebound for Winthrop. 8:09 to play. Quickly up ahead, Berry across midcourt. Out on the wing, circles back between the rings. Rozier comes back left around a Nomoko screen. Rozier attacks in paint, kicks it out Camarad. Camarad has it on the wing, gets double teamed, tries to split through 2 defenders, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Anderson. And it's going to be 7:55 to play, and we'll have a timeout on the floor with the Eagles, the 2-seeded Eagles, trailing the number 1 seed Panthers 24-16 in the championship game of the Big South Conference Tournament. First half, Logan Duncan at the scorer's table. We're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Everyone loves a good burrito, but they're always the same basic flavors. Basic is boring. Dank Burrito is not your basic burrito joint. Dank uses global flavors and fresh-to-death ingredients to make new kinds of burritos, bowls, and tacos you never knew you'd love. Dank Burrito is the official burrito of the Winthrop Eagles. Visit our location in Knowledge Park, right by the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center.
Somebody injures somebody else due to their negligence and they're not willing to step up and make that person whole again, we're the ones that go and make that happen.
We work together to make sure that what we're doing is understanding our client. It's very difficult to be a voice for someone that you don't know.
We don't want somebody to feel alone when they're not able to provide for their family because of an injury. We want people to know that there's somebody out there that will fight for them.
We don't want you to fight your own battles. We don't want you to go it alone. We want you to call Schiller & Hamilton because we've got you back.
Schiller & Hamilton Law Firm. Don't go it alone. 803-366-0333.
7:55 to play. High Point has come alive here. They've hit 5 of their last 7. Now, Winthrop's been in this position before. but you really don't want to see this get past 10 or 12. You really like to keep it at single figures, and if you can, maybe even try and get the halftime lead.
Yeah, you don't want to let a team with this much momentum and with the stakes this high get to a point where they have a lead like they had at their place the last game.
One of their last 14, Michael, and one of our South Carolina Education Lottery keys to the game was you had to be efficient in your scoring, and right now Winthrop's at 24%. And 20%, 3 of 15 from 3. And those numbers have not been kind. When the numbers are that, Winthrop has struggled.
Yeah, and it's all the quality of shot. But it kind of shows they may have there's some limitation in being able to break down their defenders and get easy looks. You can't depend on just throwing the ball into Logan to get an easy look. Like, this is not going to work.
Paul Bancardi was just in the Winthrop huddle. Our good friend from ESPN, the national recruiting coordinator for ESPN, lives in Charlotte. Former Wright State head coach, was an assistant at Ohio State and at Boston College. So Kareem Rozier will have 13 seconds on the shot clock. 7:55 to play, game clock first half. Owen Aquino is back in. Logan Duncan checks in for Winthrop. Kareem Rozier will trigger the inbound when he gets the ball from Tommy Morrissey. There's the whistle, ball in hand, and Rozier will trigger it high up top for Cody Cluett into the backcourt. Cluett will get picked up across midcourt by Martin. Gets around a Duncan screen. Now it's Berry for Duncan at the free throw line. 5 in the shot clock. Cluett shot fake attacks, drives, goes to the rim, has his shot blocked, and he's fouled with 1.56 remaining. If you high point, you just thought he got bailed out.
Yeah, no, they definitely got him on the arm, but that's the type of thing.
That's what you got to do, though. Attack.
You have to attack. They're jumping on every shot fake. They're undisciplined. They're running around being aggressive. And the thing about defense is if you're aggressive and you fly around, you can make up for your mistakes. That's why offensively, when you have them make that mistake, you have to capitalize. Slow down.
Cody Cluett at the line makes the first. 84%. 8 of 8 at the line in the game last night.
There, Cody's been on a tear from the line. 9 of 9 the first game, quarterfinals. 8 of 8 yesterday.
Second one is away, so Winthrop getting points at the free throw line. 24-18 now after Cluett makes both. Under 7:40 to go. High up top, Anderson has it for High Point. Drives left at the left elbow, circles into the center paint area for Washington. Now left wing Fletcher for 3. That's off the heel, no good. Tommy Cameron, great box out of Anderson. Hands off for Rozier. Now the Eagles looking to score. Rozier gets around a Duncan screen, guarded by Martin. Here's Cameron. He steps up for a 3. Tommy's 3 goes in and out. And Logan Duncan couldn't hold on to it. It was tipped, and now Martin will bring it up the floor. He's fast. Has the left-hand dribble at the left elbow. Steps back from behind the arc for a 3. That's off the heel, no good. And Rozier, the weak side rebound, and he's guarded closely by the taller Fletcher. Comes around a Duncan screen. He steps up for a 3. That's good for Kareem Rozier as he rocks the triple. And now Winthrop within one possession, 3 points, 24-21.
Good shot there by Kareem Rozier.
Second 3 of the game. They need him to go off today. Here's Martin, gets by Rozier. Washington an open 3 with a closeout by Berry, and the triple for Washington is good. And the rim gets kind of wrapped around the rim.
Yeah.
The net gets wrapped around the rim, so they have a timeout to fix that. 27-21, so back to a 2-possession, 6-point game. Right wing Berry for Winthrop. Under 6.5 to play first half. Cameron has it up top for Winthrop. Left side, it's Rozier. Rozier surveying. Wants to get into the Duncan. Instead, it's going to have one dribble right for Cluett. Cluett has it between the rings. Shot clock now at 10 for Duncan. Has it high up top along the 3-point line. Tries to bounce a pass inside, and it's going to be off the leg of Owen Aquino. I would love to know if Logan did that on purpose to get the shot clock. I don't know that he thought that, but the effect is Winthrop gets 13 more seconds on the shot clock. I don't know. Look at his face. He might have done that on purpose.
I think he wanted to shoot one, and it went in. Maybe that's going to be I seen it go through. He saw it go through the basket.
Safedine and Dowie for Kareem Rozier. Rozier guarded by Martin. Cody Cluett comes up for a screen. Rozier sidestep left. He wants another 3. Can't get it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Logan Duncan. I think Owen Aquino knocked it off Logan Duncan. Not intentionally. I think it kind of pinballed off off him and then off Logan.
I think it like ricocheted off his jersey or something a little bit.
Martin will bring it up the floor. 5'10" senior guard from St. Louis, Missouri. High point in white shooting to our left. Martin in traffic goes up on Saifedean and Dowie, and man, just a little scoop shot floater, and it's good.
Yeah, he's a blur. He's getting downhill wherever he wants. They got to figure out a way to make him go away from the basket.
Back to 8. Berry has it high up top left. Comes through the middle of the paint, kicks it out. Saifedean and Dowie for 3. That's going to be an air ball long. Duncan has it underneath. He's fouled. He tries to go up with a shot. And let's see if they call it on the floor, if he was actually going to get continuation there with 5:28 to play.
Yeah, Safe should have won more of that to Cody Cluett.
So Martin's going to pick up his second foul.
Isaiah Wilson returns to the Winthrop lineup.
Isaiah Wilson back in for Winthrop, and indeed it will be free throws for Logan Duncan as he is back at the line. Or rather, he's at the line for the first time. Cody Cluett and Ed Demoko have shot free throws for the Eagles. This is what Logan Duncan does, though. Top 15 in the nation and getting to the free throw line. Makes his free throws as well. This will be a 1-and-1. 7th foul on High Point, and Duncan will earn a second as Dowie went hard to the floor. I think he got hit in the nose. I think they're going to go to the monitor here to see if maybe a flagrant 1 should be assessed on Owen Aquino. Boy, that would be huge.
Previous play.
And that's Bill Covington Jr. just being alert. He saw something and he says, I want to see this again.
Yeah. I just saw Safe drop.
I wish they would. I guess they can't, but I wish they would put the replays up for us.
Yeah.
In the suggestion box for next year, I'm going to see if we can get the television monitors.
Well, they're like playing the ESPN broadcast on here until it's the review.
Right. See if we can spy the ESPN monitors. They're not hitting a replay. Oh, here it comes. Let's see if we can see it. We're so far away. It's like being on the Empire State Building and looking down at the street. Actually, they're not running the replay. They might be running it on air, but they're not running it to the monitor courtside. So I didn't see. I just saw the free throw go in and then Safe go down like he got punched in the face.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he got punched in the face, but
yeah. I'm trying to read Mr. Biancardi and them reaction, because at first I thought I saw a little chuckle like, oh God.
Yeah.
But
so 5:28 to play. Winthrop is within 7. And this is a huge swing because if it is upgraded to a flagrant 1, Winthrop would finish the free throw. Saifedean would then get 2 free throws, and then Winthrop would get the ball.
Yeah. As we wait here, I'm sitting here looking at the numbers. It's going to be hard for this Eagle team if they can't. We talked about staying above 40%. They can't get over 25% right now.
So Bill Covington's going to announce to the crowd here what's going on.
I believe the foul to bring up into a flagrant 1.
Flagrant 1 on Aquino.
One free throw for the second part of the free throw, and then shoot 2 free throws for the flagrant.
So it'll be a flagrant on Aquino. And what that means is Logan Duncan will shoot the free throw, then Saifedean and Dowie will get 2 free throws, and then Winthrop will have the ball. So this is a big swing here for the Eagles with 5:28 to play.
Yeah, they have to capitalize on this. Here's a little gift for them, if you will.
That's the second foul. Whistle on number 8.
So that's going to be the second on Aquino.
It's also been 18 foul for High Point. Duncan will shoot the free throws.
So that'll be the 8th foul.
I think it's contact to the face.
Yep.
But, it wasn't malicious intent, so it just was a 1 instead of a 2.
Yeah, I never thought it was Logan misses short on the free throw. So now it's going to be Dowie who gets 2 free throws. And he's been so great at the free throw line, so we can excuse a miss there. But in this type of game, you really got to try and get as many as you can, especially when they're free.
Yeah. Everything's different today. It feels the same. Gym's the same. Rims are the same. Basketball's the same. Stakes are different.
Stakes are a lot different. Well, you get to the tournament, you have a killer tournament, you might be going from maybe a $500,000 guy to maybe raise your stakes to $750,000 or $1 million.
It's even more stakes than just making it to the tournament. can improve your situation.
So it's 23-29. Winthrop gets 1 out of 2, so they leave 4 points out there. But they do get the ball. It's into Duncan for Cluett up top. They reverse Ndawi. 5:25 to play first half. Winthrop within 2 possessions, 6-point game. Wilson has it knocked off of Conrad, so he gets to keep possession. Now it's Duncan. Attacks on Singari. Has it on the right elbow. Skips a pass. It was tipped by Anderson. And now Housen will skip a pass up for Washington. You can get away with that against Gardner-Webb, not against High Point.
Not against High Point.
Here's Housen, knocked into Cody Cluett. Incidental contact, no problem there. Conrad has it between the rings. Right-hand dribble. Isaiah Wilson tried to knock the ball away, gets swatted away by Conrad. Comes back right. Grenade pass back to Anderson. Spins on Seyfriedin and Dowie. Gets sealed out by Duncan. They kick it out atop Washington. He's got a wide open look, and he knocks it down.
How do you leave Washington when all he does is that's his biggest asset is
that's the
shooting
fifth
the three
of the game, and now it's 32-23. And Winthrop has 1 less three, but they have 5 less overall field goals. That's the difference in the game right now. Berry has it high up top for Winthrop. 4.5 to play first half. Floater off the side of the backboard, and it's going to be rebounded by Washington. Ball tipped by Duncan. Skip pass for Anderson as he saves it on the far sideline. Dribbles behind the back Conrad. Conrad across midcourt. Now it's Washington. He steps up for a 3. That's going to be an air ball. Ball goes loose and bounces all the way to Washington. 4 players missed it, 2 on each side. Now a missed 3 up top again. We got a ball this time going the other way against High Point with 4:08 to play in the act of rebounding.
Yeah, teams are playing hard. But the difference, if you're the Eagles, you're looking at this as we're down 9, and we're shooting an abysmal 23% from the floor.
I think some of it you have to attribute to High Point's defense, but not all of it.
Not all of it. And it's the shot selection.
Yeah.
And obviously their defense that's kind of forcing them to shoot some of those shots, but not all those shots are at the hands of High Point's defense. But High Point shooting 50 from 3, but 48% overall, and they really could have a 15-plus point lead right now.
4:08 to play. Edna Moko will come in for Seyfriedin and Dowie. Dalen Berry will be the fouled player. We have Josh Mio back on the floor as well, so Duncan will exit with Ndawi. Cameron Fletcher returns for High Point. Well, Isaiah Wilson, I don't think was checked out properly, or is he the one shooting free throws? Winthrop had Dalen Berry there. Dalen Berry thought he was the one that was fouled, but the officials will say it's going to be on Isaiah Wilson. So Wilson has to come back in. And now Kareem Rozier will go to the scorer's table. So it's Wilson to shoot a 1-and-1 here on the second foul by Washington. Winthrop will have 2 free throws the rest of the way. Winthrop has only 6 fouls, so the next one will put High Point on a 1-on-1 situation. And the ball's going to be tipped off the miss. Edna Moko trying to split through traffic and has it knocked away with 4:03 to play. Now it's Fletcher for Conrad. Back to Fletcher. Reverses for Conrad. High Point trying to win their second consecutive Big South Conference title. Here's Conrad, floater in the paint, good. And now it is going to be 34-23 High Point.
Yeah, it's one of those things where guys are losing the ball trying to get a foul call so much. Like, just be strong.
Conrad saves it on the baseline. So Winthrop turns it over for the 6th time. Conrad, right elbow. Bounces a pass inside Anderson. Cluett tries to seal him off. He goes around Cody Cluett. And now the route is starting to develop here early in the first half. 36-23.
Stay composed. But you got to be able to run your offense and get something good. What can they go to right now?
Winthrop down 20 to Gardner-Webb and won that game, but right now they're down 13 to High Point in the championship game. The 2 seed almost turned the ball over again, and now we're going to get a jump on. It's going to go High Point's way, so another turnover. That's the 7th turnover. And Winthrop coming a little bit unglued. 3:03 to play. Nothing's going right. 7-0 run over the last 145. We've seen runs of 10-0 and now 7-0. And Winthrop's turned it over 4 times in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, they keep trying to dribble in the gaps where there's a clear High Point defender there. Instead of moving the ball around, they're probing a little too long.
Media timeout. Winthrop's got to figure out something.
Yeah.
They're down 36-23, 3:03 to play in the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
There are your next set of numbers. There's still time to grab a card at the concierge table. And remember, fans, if you have to go, bring your card to the concierge to claim your prize.
So back here in Johnson City, championship game of the Big South Conference tournament. Eagles attempting their 14th Big South Conference championship and 12th NCAA appearance, 13th overall. Of course, we had missed that COVID year. Winthrop won the automatic bid, but there was no tournament. And meanwhile, the High Point Panthers trying to become the first back-to-back winners since Winthrop did it back in the 20 and 21 seasons. And right now, Winthrop, I don't want to call it on the ropes yet, but this certainly took a big haymaker and then an uppercut. And now they got to respond with the final 3:03 here in the half. Now remember, last year was down 15 and had a 10-point lead. So this is a team you can't count out, but you also can't allow High Point to shoot 51%, and you're shooting 23.3%.
And the thing is, it's almost like reminiscent of yesterday where both teams are playing extremely hard, defensively, very physical. Difference is High Point's making their baskets due to contact, not complaining, and Winthrop's not making their baskets due to contact.
Winthrop's had half as many field goals made, and they've actually had 3 more attempts. So, I mean, it's simple as not making shots and giving up too many on the other end. Anderson has it up top, guarded by Rozier. Comes back right at the free throw line. Inside the lane line, no good. Ball short, tipped around. Fletcher just using his length out for Johnson for 3. That's off the rim, no good. Mio may have gotten a hand on it. Rozier quickly up ahead, Berry. Berry pushing across midcourt. Berry attacks right lane line, goes up with a shot. Floater off the glass, no good. His putback is good and a foul. Eagles needed that with 2:30 to play.
Dalen Berry's the stick-to-itiveness. That's a Bill Rafferty, ain't it?
It is a stick-to-itiveness.
Good job, Dalen Berry, staying with it.
Dalen Berry with 14 points.
Fell on that hand, though. Yikes. He's holding this.
I think it's his other hands that he's kind of squeezing. He's doing it with both hands, so we'll see. Dalen Berry and 1. Winthrop 5 of 9 today. They're getting to the free throw line. They have 5 more attempts. 6. The and 1 opportunity is out, no good, and 9% at the free throw line. In a 11-point deficit. Here's Conrad, gets by Berry. Short fadeaway, no good. Rebounded by Fletcher. Fletcher has it in the corner near side. Looking for help, and he's going to call a timeout. Cody Kluwer tried to knock the ball away before he got the timeout call. And with 2:13 to play, that'll be the use it or lose it timeout. Eagles did a good job sealing him. The baseline acted as the third defender.
Yep. Really got him caught in the trap, if you will, and against the ropes. And good job by High Point being heady and just calling that timeout.
So the 2 issues that are developing early here, well, actually, let's go 3. Shot selection, missed field goals, and turnovers. Now, 11 3-points off turnovers puts that in the alarm category.
Yeah, and they keep shooting them, but the threes aren't coming easier. It's not ball reversals into a wide open rhythm 3. It's dribble, may swing, but it's so much anxiety around the ball handler and them getting into traps or into bad places on the floor. You don't feel like the ball's coming to you in a good place when it's time to shoot.
.213 to play, 36-25. It'll be Conrad Martinez triggering the baseline out of bounds. Left side Johnson, sealed off by Berry. Anderson has it, calls for Conrad to get the ball from him between the rings. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Fletcher, goes baseline on Cody Cluett. Cluett tries to knock it away. Couldn't get the charge called. He gets in the way, and it's going to be a block on Cluett. So that'll be the 7th foul against Winthrop, and this will be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Cody Cluett tried to move his puppies, but yeah, he was pretty much on his side there. Cody Cluett couldn't get his chest around in front of Fletcher.
So it's going to be Fletcher at the line shooting a 1-and-1. 3 of 4 at the line for the Panthers. Here's a miss, and it's going to be rebounded by Dalen Berry. Logan Duncan back in for Winthrop. Berry across midcourt. Eagles down 11. Into the post, it goes left side. Duncan working, goes right off the glass, rattles around, drops it in. Big bucket there for Logan Duncan.
And that's how you finish through contact. Don't look for the call. Get the ball and show why you're a player of the year.
36-27. Here's Anderson for a 3. That's off the mark, no good. Good rebound by Berry. Cluett had a good box out on Fletcher. Now it's Berry. Attacks, goes to the rim, off the glass, no good. He was bumped and will go to the line with 90 seconds to play in the half, and the Eagles are down 9.
Good drive by Dalen Berry. But I can't stress this enough. When High Point gets those opportunities, they finish and get the and one. When we get those opportunities, we just flail it up there.
Yeah. Dalen Berry adjusting his shirt and shorts. 90 seconds to play first half. Big South Conference Tournament Finals. The 2 seed Winthrop, the 1 seed Panthers. Berry at the line. His first free throw rims out. Winthrop has just been atrocious here at the free throw line. They're 5 of 11.
Yeah, they're free. I can't really say nothing else about it.
Well, think about it right now. I mean, even if you just make 3, it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
And he misses both. So now it's Conrad with it up top, guarded by Berry. Has the ball in the left hand, using the right hand to ward off Dalen Berry. Inside the 3-point line, passes behind Anderson. Anderson down the right lane line. Gets sealed off by Logan Duncan. Passes up for Conrad. Shot clock is at 10. Rozier guarding Conrad Martinez. High hedge by Duncan. Now it's Conrad out on the right wing for 3. Anderson good with 2 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 39-27.
Big-time players make big-time plays. He doesn't play for his percentages. He plays the game. He hoops.
Cody Cluett just dribbled it off his foot. That's the 8th Winthrop turnover. Everything's going right for the Panthers, and everything that can go wrong for Winthrop seemingly is. And now they're down 12. Second double-figure deficit in the first half.
Yep. It's a tale of 2 halves. Eagles just got to stay with it and keep chopping wood.
Largest lead of the game. Anderson cooking down the right lane line on Mio. Puts up a shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Duncan, and the outlets for Kareem Rozier. Winthrop attacking. Rozier to the rim. Bucket and a foul, and that's what the Eagles need. Finish through contact with 34 seconds to play in the half.
And that's what Kareem Rozier has to kind of look to see. When can he score? Instead of getting in the paint and looking to pass every time, throw your body into the defender. That momentum is going to even you back out to finish your lay, like you just seen.
Dalen Berry leads the Eagles with 14 points. Rozier with 8. A chance for an and one opportunity. Winthrop, though, 41% at the line today. This is a good free throw shooting team, averaging 73.6% on the year. So the free throw is good, and now Winthrop within 9, a 3-possession game, 34 seconds to go. 4 seconds difference, shot clock to game clock. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament and wins the Big South Conference Tournament Championship. Conrad has it at midcourt. Rozier right on his hip. Conrad knocks him away. Rozier back in there. Shot clock is at 12. Now 14 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock, and now we get a bump hand check foul on Kareem Rozier. Maybe baited Rozier a little bit on that one. So Kareem Rozier, his first. But it's going to be a 1-and-1 here, and Winthrop will then have 12.5 ticks remaining. And Conrad Martinez, 85% at the line.
Conrad Martinez.
So Martinez,
for High Point.
2 points in the game. He's 1 for 5.
Martinez is shooting 1-1.
Chase Johnson telling his teammates no fouls with 12.5 ticks remaining. First one is away. It is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Cody Cluett. Here come the Eagles. Spray ahead Berry. Gets by Fletcher. Goes to the rim. Gets his man Anderson up in the air. Bucket and a foul with 6 seconds to go. And one for Dalen Berry.
Dalen Berry, again, misses, makes, it don't matter. He's in attack mode. And that's the only way you can be in a game
love
like
this Dalen Berry.
Yeah.
So, what a big take there by Berry. It starts with the miss by Martinez. So, Cluett's going to come out. Logan Duncan, Tommy Camerad, Josh Mio, Dalen Berry, Kareem Rozier in. That's going to be the second on Anderson. So, Winthrop starting to put a little foul pressure on. And now the next one away, and that one is good. So Winthrop back within 6, 39-33. Never say die Eagles climbing back in. They were down 12. 6 seconds to go. High Point looking to answer. Here's Martin. Free throw line jumper off the heel. No good. Ball's going to be tipped around. Camerad has it. Puts up a half-court heave, but that was way too well. That was a full-court heave, but it was late. So Winthrop down 12. Cuts it to 6 as we go into our Coca-Cola halftime show. Good recovery by the Eagles, but they can't afford to get back down double figures again.
Yeah, and Dalen Berry able to come alive and give a burst to get this lead. Again, only a 2-possession game now. 17
of 33 points. The rest of the team has given them 16, and Logan Duncan in 12 minutes only has 3 points and 2 rebounds. Winthrop is actually doing a good job on the battle of the glass. We'll start our Coca-Cola halftime show next from Johnson City. Big South Conference Championship, 2-seed Winthrop, 1-seed Panthers. Eagles down 6, 39-33 on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Start your journey with a new auto loan. Get on the road with an auto loan from Founders Federal Credit Union. From city streets to off-road trails, your journey begins here. Our competitive rates can get you on the road in a ride that fits your lifestyle and budget with no payments for up to 90 days. You can apply for a pre-approved spending limit valid for 30 days before you start shopping. Visit one of our many convenient office locations or go to foundersfcu.com/auto to apply for an auto loan today. Membership qualification required. See webpage for details.
Education is very important to the South Carolina Education Lottery, and so are our players. When our games become something other than fun, it's time to stop and reach out for help. If you or someone you know or love needs help, please call the South Carolina Gambling Helpline. Educating players is very important to us. So have fun, play smart, but always play responsibly.
For more information, call 1-877-452-5155.
Are you looking to elevate your hydration game with Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant? Whether you're a professional athlete, fitness enthusiast, or just someone who's always on the go, Smart Water Alkaline has got you covered. With a pH balance of 9.5 plus, added antioxidant, and electrolytes for taste, we'll focus on keeping you hydrated so you can focus on raising the bar. Elevate how you hydrate with Smart Water Alkaline.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Calling all Winthrop fans. Want to stay connected with your favorite teams? Download the Winthrop Athletics mobile app today. Get real-time updates, scores, and news right at your fingertips. From schedules and rosters to exclusive content and ticket info, the app has everything you need to cheer on the Eagles. You can even earn cool prizes by attending home events through the mobile app rewards feature. Don't miss out. Download the Winthrop Athletics app now on the App Store or Google Play.
We've played 20 minutes. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola halftime show on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Bounce pass, low right block. Talford has it knocked out of bounds by Stewart. He saves it baseline. Here's Camerad, goes up with the left hand and lays it in.
Let's break down the Alpha Graphics halftime stats. You dream it, we print it, and set you up for the second stanza.
Camerad right. Johnson with it up top, off the high hedge. Picks up the dribble, pull pass down low, and it's a layup inside for Logan Duncan.
Let's catch up on the scores around the Big South. Presented by Schiller and Hamilton. Don't go at it alone. We've got your back. Visit SherlerHamilton.com for more information.
Low left block, it's Logan Duncan. Couple of dribbles, works his way inside, has the hook shot and rattles in.
Yeah, he got the home roll there. Now, back to Mike Pacheco and the Coca-Cola halftime show. Coca-Cola, real magic.
All right, so Winthrop here at the half. The 2-seed Eagles down 6 to the 1-seed Panthers. You know, at a couple points in the half, if I had said to you Winthrop will be within 6 at the break, we would have taken it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the way they're shooting the basketball. If we're within 2 possessions, one big run, I'm going to take it every time.
Dalen Berry has kept the Eagles afloat, 17 points, 7 of 12 shooting. So here's what that means. Outside of Dalen Berry, the Winthrop Eagles, 4 of 23 outside of Dalen Berry. Winthrop 4 of 19 from 3, 7 of 14 from the free throw line. You know, the free throw line, this could be a one-possession game if they had a few more makes.
Yeah, just a few.
Well,
no, for sure though. Like it's one of those. Just make your free throws, and it might be tied. You know, like Dalen uncharacteristically 1 for 4. Logan is out there on the free throw line 1 for 2. You know, so just like you said, a couple more makes, and it's even closer. You know, going into that.
I mean, there are a lot of things that would they skew back and forth. High Point is 11-3 points off turnovers, 10-4 off the bench, and +2, 16-14 in the paint. Winthrop is 10-3 on second chance points, 11-6 on the fast break. So that means Winthrop needs to keep the tempo up when they can, and they got to make their. It was one of our one of our founders' keys to the game was got to make your shots, got to have good percentages, and across the board they're not shooting the ball well at all.
Yeah, and you know, you have a game like this where it's ugly in the first, but we've seen where they came out in the second and kind of everybody starts to hit. Cody didn't hit a 3 in the first half.
Yeah, Cody 0 for 7, an characteristic start for him.
You know, and I would say just because I've been in these situations, the way he shot the ball to start, he was rushing it way not as calm and poised as he normally shoots the basketball to start. So there could have been a little nerves there.
Yep.
Haven't been in this situation before, but now you have a half under your belt. You can come out the second half a little more focused.
Try and figure out. Winthrop's leading rebounder is Dalen Berry, 17-5. And he also just has been Winthrop's most consistent scorer. We'll take a timeout in our Schiller and Hamilton scoreboard when we return after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Looking to elevate your brand? Discover the power of professional printing with Alpha Graphics of South Charlotte. From stunning banners to eye-catching business cards, we bring your vision to life with top quality service and fast turnaround times. Need custom marketing materials? We got you covered. Our team of experts will work with you every step of the way. Get a quote today on our website or call 980-837-7839.
Ready to explore Rock Hill? Download the free Visit York County app or head to visityorkcounty.com to find the latest restaurants, hottest events, and hidden gems at the palm of your hand. Discover your next adventure at visityorkcounty.com.
So here at the break, Winthrop is down 39-33. So 2-possession, 6-point game. What's the maybe 1 or 2 adjustments that Winthrop would want to make here at the half?
Get easier shots.
Yeah.
Kind of work the ball around and look to attack into the paint and take the opportunities that they give you. I would say too, just come out a little more confident.
Yeah.
Like I think after the physicality obviously is a lot more than, most ref crews have let them play this season. But you've gotten adjusted, and now it's come out a little more confident knowing that, okay, we're right here with this team. We beat them before. We're within 2 possessions. And if we can just score, if we could just take this from 31% to 38%.
100%. Yeah.
It's a different ball game.
Different ball game. But it is going to start on – it's got to start on also on the defensive end of the floor, you would think, too, right? I mean, they got to make shots, but they almost have to get their defense maybe to help kickstart the offense a little bit.
Yeah, and I think you have to know when to – they help off a strong side.
Yeah.
3-point too much. And they're not paying attention to personnel. They're getting a little discombobulated on defense, and they're helping off of people that they shouldn't be helping off of.
Right.
Who shoot, sub 35, some over 40% from three.
All right, so as promised here, we'll take a look at our Schiller and Hamilton scoreboard here in a second. But first, for High Point, what do you think they want to try to do?
Oh, they're going to continue to be physical. Aquino didn't play most of that, the rest of that first half because of the 2 fouls, so they know they didn't have him. But they're going to continue to be physical, and they feel on their end that they missed a couple easy shots too. So their offense has came a lot easier even through the physicality. So they're just going to continue to double on Logan. They're going to continue to make it hard for them for Winthrop, and they feel that they're going to probably shoot the ball even better this second half.
Don't go at it alone. We've got you back. Visit SchillerHamilton.com for more information. Winthrop down 39-33. The 1 seed leading the 2 seed here in Johnson City, Tennessee. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will have for you our action graphics of South Charlotte look at the box score. That's next here on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Comporium's 1 gig zip stream gives you lightning-fast internet uploads and downloads, faster transfers of large files, and all your devices working efficiently on the same network. For over 130 years, Comporium has helped our neighbors stay connected with right next door service. We're more than just a provider. Comporium is part of the fabric of this community. Always have been, always will be. Visit Comporium.com to learn about Zipstream 1 gig internet. Comporium, combining top-tier technology with local customer service and deep community roots.
Energy is a choice, and life takes energy. That's why having affordable choices like natural gas can help you save more and spend less. York County Natural Gas provides safe and efficient energy to over 70,000 customers at one of the lowest residential rates in the state. As costs continue to rise, we work hard to maintain stable rates while supporting growth in the county and improving our environment. Life takes energy, and natural gas is energy you can rely on. Learn more at ycnga.com.
A little inside broadcasting, which I think is funny. When you're on headset and you're getting ready to get back on the air, and then Mike Gleason comes over and starts saying, "Hey, blah 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 blah." Yeah, but I gotta go. 3:24 to go left on the halftime clock as we get. That's what's awaiting us, or that's the time between us and getting this game back underway. And as promised, our Alpha Graphics of South Charlotte box score. You dream it, and we print it. Winthrop right now. And this is kind of what Mike Gleason and I were discussing. He was talking about Winthrop shooting and said, and they're still in it, right? 11 of 35, 31.4% against 44.1%. So literally shooting 10% lower. That's 4 less makes and 1 more attempt for Winthrop. 2 less threes. Winthrop's made 4 more threes, though. So 11 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 19 from 3, 7 of 14 at the line for Winthrop. For High Point, 15 of 34, 6 of 12, and 3 of 6. I think it's kind of like yesterday. They almost have to keep High Point under 10 threes.
Yeah.
It's going to be tall order, but I think they have to do it. And then they got to find a way to crank out about 6 or 7. I think this is probably a 10, 11, 12, 13 3-game for Winthrop.
It's all about the quality, though.
Right, but I'm happy for them being like 6 of 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm off. I can live with that.
Yeah.
That's what I would go for. Leading scorer in the game right now, it's Dalen Berry. He has 17 points. He is also Winthrop's leading rebounder with 5. And he is 7 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 4 at the line, 3 offensive boards. In fact, Winthrop 10-5 on the offensive glass, and that's what's leading to those 10-3 advantage on the offensive glass on the second chance points. Here's where things I think need to kind of be examined. Kareem Rozier is next with 9 points. That's good. 3 of 6, 2 of 5, 1 of 1, 4 rebounds, has an assist, a turnover. He's a +2. But this is where it gets interesting, because between Kareem Rozier and Winthrop's next leading scorer, which is Logan Duncan, is a 6-point difference, and that's the difference in the game right now. 3 for Logan Duncan. He's got 2 rebounds. Then the Eagles have 2 points from Cody Cluett, 1 point from Ed Namoko, 1 from Saifuddin Ndawi, and a couple of those are on missed free throws. Cody Cluett's made all of his free throws. Now on the other side, High Point has 5 players that have at least 5 points. 12 for Terry Anderson, who has 1 rebound, 4 of 8 from the floor, including a 3. You have Scotty Washington and Rob Martin next with 6 points. Martin's been more driving. Washington's on a couple of threes. Yeah. Then you got 5 each from Cameron Fletcher, who's got a single field goal and a 3, so 2 field goals overall. And then you have Owen Aquino, same deal. He's got 2 field goals. One's a 3, one's a 2-point field goal. And Winthrop on the glass 27-21, 10-5 on the offensive glass, +1 on the defensive glass. Here are the other things that stand out for me. 3 assists on 11 made field goals. That's got to improve, meaning more assists, hopefully leading to more field goals. And Winthrop's turned it over 8 times in the first half. Now, the number is flipped for High Point. You have 9 assists on 15 made field goals, and then you have 3 turnovers for the High Point Panthers, and their advantage on that is 11-3. So that's an 8-point swing. So you cut down that, you improve your shooting, and you continue to do the things you're doing well, you give yourself a chance. And again, 2-possession game here with 20 minutes to go. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you just have to stack it step by step. Can't get it all back in one shot, but you can lose it all in a 2-minute stretch.
3 shots can put you down 9.
Yeah.
3 bad shots can put you down 9. That's all it takes.
You have to be calculated and just do what got you here.
Yeah.
But also be ready to adjust and pivot, because both teams are here for a reason, and they know each other so well. But who can tweak and pivot, and who can rise above?
Starting the second half, Eagles have Rozier, Berry, Cluett, Wilson, and Logan Duncan.
Logan getting the start in the second half. Let's see if that makes a difference.
In place of Ed Namoko, who started the game. With the ball, they're down 6 points. As we start the second half underway here in the Big South Conference Championship. How's it on Cluett? Gets it to Rozier. Rozier steps into a wide-open 3. Cash for Rozier! And it's a 1-point game, 39-36.
Good sign, good sign. They've hit shots to start the games yesterday, today, and the halves. So.
And now Kareem on the other end picks up his second foul.
Eagles foul charge to number 2, Kareem.
So he gets the 3, and then on defense, High Point goes right at him, and he commits a foul. 19:33 to play, so 27 seconds in. 1-possession game. And this is good because it's keeping this High Point crowd quiet, and they can get pretty raucous. They have about 8 or 9 sections here. There's a miss short. Rozier is going to get the miss off of Martin. Sprays it ahead. Cluett, shot fake into Logan Duncan. Goes in on Anderson. Rolls in! Layup good for Duncan, and we're within 1. Eagles down 39-38.
Good job by Cody Cluett turning down that long-range 3 for a better shot.
Anderson goes around a screen by Aquino. Berry knocks it away. Now it's stripped away by Logan Duncan. Here come the Eagles, down 1. 1 minute into the second half. Rozier for Cluett. He steps into a 3.
Long.
Off the rim, no good. It was wide left.
I can see when it left his hand.
18:50 to play. Martin hands off for Aquino. Goes in on Logan Duncan, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Logan this time. I thought Bill Covington might have missed that one. He was behind. I don't think he saw the arm going out.
Ooh, that's a bang, interesting one.
It's a 50-50 call half the time.
I don't usually go against Mr. Covington, but I don't know about that one. He's there.
Yeah, I think he missed that one. And he's a good official.
Yeah.
Here's Washington. High right wing. Aquino Couple dribbles along the three-point line, hands off Martin. Martin comes back left side, step three, no good. Dalen Berry rebounds for Winthrop. Another rebound for the Eagles. Quickly up ahead for Isaiah Wilson. Lays it up on the right hand and good! Oh, what a pass by Dalen Berry. Eagles with the lead, 40-39. First lead here in the second half.
Here's where you got the momentum, but you still need to...
Logan Duncan got tripped up, fell to the floor. We're going to get a whistle here with 18-17 to play. So Logan Duncan will pick up the foul.
There's two quick ones on Logan. He started this second half. Hopefully they don't upgrade that foul.
Winthrop already 3 fouls, 18-17 in. This would be a big momentum killer for Winthrop. They got the lead 40-39. First lead since Eagles had it at 13-12.
Yep. Coach Monty's trying to talk to Logan. He's been his zen, he said.
He has been the zen. He did tell us that early in conference play. Boy, that's a big development. He is Winthrop's first player to 3 fouls. High Point has a bunch with 2 each.
Hey fans, please direct your attention to our video board.
Now, there was a flagrant foul assessed to Owen Aquino in the first. This is going to go to the coach called media timeout, so we'll take this one. Winthrop up 1, 40-39 in the Big South Conference Championship Finals. We're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Founded in 2021, Peak Drift Brewing Company is an innovative craft beverage company based in Columbia, South Carolina. Capturing life's peak experiences, Peak Drift features high-quality craft beers, hard seltzers, and non-alcoholic beverages inspired by the landscapes of the Southeast region. Peak Drift's craft beers are now available in bars, restaurants, and stores across South Carolina. Exclusive craft beverages can also be purchased at Smoked, a restaurant in the heart of downtown Columbia where Peak Drift's microbrewery is located. Head to peakdriftbrewing.com for more information.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Players up for review. We had a comment on Winthrop picking one. Actually, flagrant 1.
Oh, they upgraded to a flagrant 1. So a flagrant 1 upgrade against Logan Duncan. That's his 3rd personal foul. And now it's going to be 2 free throws and the ball for the Panthers. And that's not a good development here, although Winthrop does have a 1-point lead. So it's not like this extends a lead bigger. And now Bill Covington giving the explanation to Mark Prosser, who, as you can understand, didn't like it.
Yeah. He said Logan went for the ball. We didn't get an opportunity to see it.
Yeah, we really had no view of it.
Shooting the free throws for High Point.
Bill Covington still engaged in conversation with Mark Prosser.
Number 3,
So Rob Martin is going to be at the free throw line when play resumes. Now, Winthrop has the opportunity to look at that as well. We do not.
Yeah. They have it on the pad over there on the bench.
Martin dips and shoots and makes. That's the other issue. Winthrop has struggled at the free throw line, although High Point not much better, although they are now above 50%, 4 of 7. Rob Martin, 83.7% on the year. He hits both. So High Point back in front, and now they're going to get the ball. So this, theoretically, depending on if they score here, could be a 4 or 5 point swing.
Yeah, and if you're Winthrop, you can't compound, bad plays. So just erase that, get on to the next one, get a stop.
In it goes. Left side, Aquino floated it over Ed Namoko. So that's going to be basically a 4-point swing here. 43-40, 18 minutes to play in the championship game, Johnson City, Tennessee. Bounce pass, Cluett on the right wing. Tacks through the center of the lane. Bounces a pass, low right block for Nomoko. He dribbles out of traffic. Bounce pass in for Cody Cluett. Goes up off the glass, no good. Rebound is pulled away by Housen, and now he's going to run it up the floor for High Point. Wanted to step into a three. Thought he had a travel, but he stays on the pivot foot for Martin. Martin has it up top right, outside the right lane line. It's Aquino guarded by Cluett. Attacking is Anderson on Nomoko. Underneath the basket, goes up with the right hand. He just kind of out-muscled Ed Nomoko. Now it's 45-40.
Yes, Ed Nomoko fresh off the bench, and 4 points scored on him immediately. You have to be ready.
Here's Rozier, cuts across through the lane. Free throw line jumper off the rim and in. Hit the glass, dropped in, and now it's back to a one-possession game. Eagles down 3. 45-42. Kareem Rozier coming to life here. Has 14 points. Dalen Berry leads with 17. Big three to start the half for Kareem as well. Aquino working on Nomoko, kicks it out for Washington. He goes through the paint. Reverse layup is actually blocked by the bottom of the rim. Now Nomoko will quickly outlet Wilson across midcourt for Isaiah. Senior drives down the right lane line, pivots. Here Ed Nomoko attacks off the glass, no good, but he's going to the free throw line. 16:42 to play in a 3-point game. Winthrop trails to the top seed Panthers.
Yeah, good finish. You gotta finish, man. I can't stress that enough.
Love to be shooting an and one for the tie here.
Yeah, and Ed Nomoko's, lucky because the front court is so thin for the Eagles when there's no Logan, and all you have is Ty Hamilton. When I played, you come off the bench and you get 2 buckets putting you back to back.
Yeah.
You're probably going to hear that buzzer again.
I will say this, though. Logan Duncan with 1 foul or 2 fouls, that's the case.
Yeah.
And correcting the High Points foul to number 5.
So the foul's going to go on Anderson. So they put the third on Anderson. It was originally slated to go on Aquino. And it was a lobbying job by Flynn Clayman, who's done a really nice job in his first season, co-coach of the year. Ed misses the first, so Winthrop's free throw woes continue. Now back under 50% at 7 of 15. Winthrop could be in the lead if they were at their percentage. Fletcher back in. Wilson leaves for Winthrop. Housen goes to the bench for High Point. Nomoko, who's had a rough day at the line, 1 for 3. Trying to get this one back to 500. Does. So Winthrop back within 2 here, 45-43. 1 out of 2 for Ed Nomoko, 16:40 to play. Championship game in the Big South Conference. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament. Right now it's the top seed Panthers over the number 2 Eagles. Here's Martin, attacks in the paint, gets sealed off. Up top it's Anderson. Shot fake on Camarad, drives down the left lane line. Floats it over Camarad for the layup. Here come the Eagles, down 4. Rozier attacks in the paint. His little floater off the glass, no good, but I think he's going to put a foul on Aquino here with 16:18 to play, which would be his third. And he'll go to the free throw line. So the Eagles at least accomplished stopping the clock and putting a foul on Aquino.
Yeah, it's a good job by Kareem Rozier. Putting the pressure
going
after
right at
a made basket. Yeah.
Aquino, the flagrant one in the first half for the Panthers. Logan Duncan with a flagrant foul in the second half for the Eagles. And the Panthers capitalized because it was about a 4-point swing. Here's Rozier, and he misses on the first one. Now it's in their head, don't you think, Mike?
Yeah, it's an epidemic right now, and you need somebody to lock in, go up to that line, and be there and make those free throws like you've been there before.
Ty Hamilton comes in for Ed Nomoko, fresh body on defense, and the free throw is good. So Winthrop, I don't think it's sustainable to go 1 for 2 every time at the free throw line.
And when you miss front end, run on one, front of the rim, you're nervous.
Yeah. 16:08 to play. Fletcher has it guarded by Cluett. They reverse it up top left, Washington. Short pass, Martin. Martin outside the left lane line. Aquino trying to back down Ty Hamilton. Tried to go around. Cameron tried to knock it away. That's going to be a miss by Washington. Fletcher just reaches over Cluett for the rebound. Now it's Anderson, guarded by Cluett. High right wing Martin. He rises up for a 3. That's going to be off the iron. And then we're going to get a foul here, I think, against... If that's on Anderson, that's his 4th.
Yeah, it's on Anderson. Cody Cluett is having...
So they're going to rue the day that they asked for that switch because now it's the 4th on Anderson. And if I'm Winthrop, I'm just going at him defensively.
Yeah,
Get him out of the game.
He got in foul trouble at High Point that second game, and Winthrop went on that run to take the lead at one point, I believe, or got close within 1 point.
March things happen here in the Big South Conference Tournament. 15:42 to play. Eagles within a possession. They're down 47-44. Number 2 Winthrop, number 1 High Point. Big South Conference Championship game from Johnson City on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Winthrop fans, there's a new way to show your Eagle pride and support our student athletes. Wingbones, your local spot for the best wings in Rock Hill, is teaming up with Winthrop student athletes for an exciting NIL partnership.
I'm Aspen King from softball. My go-to Wingbones order is a 5-piece wings dipped in honey barbecue with a side of onion rings.
Grab the Wingbones NIL 4-pack today at winthropeagles.com. 4 tickets for just $40, and a portion of every purchase directly supports NIL initiatives in Winthrop. Each purchase also includes a $10 Wingbones gift card. Wingbones, great wings, great community, and proud supporters of Winthrop student athletes.
Ebenezer Animal Hospital is a proud sponsor of the Eagles and has been proud to serve the Rock Hill, South Carolina community since 1946. Not only do we treat dogs and cats, but we see many exotics such as birds, rabbits, reptiles, guinea pigs, hamsters, ferrets, and other pocket pets. We're excited to meet you and your pet. Visit us online at EbenezerVets.com. That's EbenezerVets.com.
This Winthrop team trying to join some elite company. 4 times as the number 2 seed, Winthrop has won the Big South Conference tournament and advanced to the NCAA tournament, winning 4 conference titles as the 2 seed. The 2000 Winthrop Eagles, the 2001 Winthrop Eagles, the 2008 Michael Jenkins-led Winthrop Eagles, and the last time as the 2 seed, Winthrop won the Big South Conference tournament, won the championship, but did not go to the NCAA tournament because of COVID.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yes.
Tough time.
Yep, that was unfortunate. So 2000, 2001, 2008, and 2020. And trying to add 2026 to that number.
Yeah.
And raise a 14th banner at Winthrop Coliseum.
Who's the second closest program to go to the tournament? Or
It's a very good question. Give me a second because I do have that.
Yeah.
But first, I think we're going to get an inbound here. I'm almost positive off the top of my head it's Asheville.
No.
15:42 to play. That's of current members.
Yeah, of championship appearances.
Yes. So Kareem Rozier across midcourt. Eagles ball with Camerad up top left from Hamilton. Finds a cutting Cluett on the left lane line, guarded by Johnson. Bounces a pass up Camerad. Gets it back inside Ty Hamilton. Turnaround off the glass, no good. Left it a little bit too high and too strong. And now Martin will bring it out of the pack for Fletcher. Back to Martin at the free throw line. They tried the lob inside, and it's going to be dunked by Fletcher. They look like the Globetrotters there, 49-44.
And the difference is they make theirs, and we're missing ours. Bunnies.
Close at the rim. Here's Rozier, guarded by Mountain. Cluett has a wide open 3. Looks good, but it rims out. Fletcher rebounds for High Point. 26 rebound for the Panthers. Winthrop has 31. Now Martin down the left lane line for Aquino. He comes crashing in, misses at the rim, and he hurts his back, which he had a knee injury earlier. He's going to get up. He's fine. 14:55 to play.
Eagles foul charge to 21.
And High Point, those lob plays, they work on those in their pregame routine.
Just see how high. I mean, his head was almost above the rim.
It's textbook lob.
Fletcher. Now it's Aquino at the free throw line. He's got 7 points. First visit at the line, and he makes it. And now, what was a 3-point game is now blossomed back to 2 possessions, 6 points with 14:55 to play. Winthrop briefly led here in the second half. Second one is away. So they've led in both of their championship appearances against the Panthers, although they have not had a double-figure lead in this game. 51-44 on the Aquino free throws. Here's Rozier, gets around a Duncan screen. Attacks, floater, rims out. Duncan saves underneath the basket. One dribble, kicks it out. Barry, he rises up for a 3. That's out. Fletcher rebounds, and now we got to reach in on Tommy Camerad.
Yeah, that was weak. Based off of everything we've seen today, That foul on Tommy Camerad, I hate to say it, but that was pretty weak.
7-point lead for High Point. Winthrop has not scored in 2.5 minutes.
And, they started the first half scoring the basketball, having the lead, gaining momentum. Second half, same thing, and now High Point settling in, and the Winthrop is going on a drought.
Almost 3 minutes without a field goal. Johnson for three. Buries it right in front of the bench.
Stop helping off strong side on people that all they do personnel-wise is shoot the basketball.
Now it's a 10-point game just like that. 7-0 run over the last minute. Here's Berry for three, short, off the iron, ball on the floor. Washington coming up with it. Now it's Martin, gets by Dalen Berry, really shook him out of his shoes there, and now goes up and under. Now it's a 12-point lead as Martin, a little hobbled coming up. Across midcourt, it's Berry. Here comes Martin. Now it's Camerad for three. That's no good. Long rebound, Rozier. Eagles just need to get inside, try to get a basket. Here's Rozier, floater off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Fletcher. Fletcher's been a monster inside with 12 rebounds.
Just need to calm down.
Down 12. It's been an 11-1 run over the last 142.
Remember, we talked about it. 3 bad possessions can balloon the game.
13:27 to go. Winthrop down double figures. Martin gets around Logan Duncan, misses short, and it's going to be rebounded by Tommy Camerad. So a big board there by Camerad. Now Rozier across midcourt, bounces the pass Berry. Berry gets by Johnson, almost had the ball stripped away, stays on the dribble left hand. Has Duncan come up for a screen, gets around him, attacks on Aquino. In the corner, it's Camerad. Now Rozier attacks, jumps off two, and his floater is no good. Ball's tipped around, and Logan Duncan tips it out for Camerad. Right wing, Berry for three. That's no good. The Eagles are 0 of their last 8, 1 of their last 10. Now Washington the other way with points. Winthrop can't score, and High Point doing everything to score.
Same story, just a different day.
58-44 with 12:45 to play. Now we have some words, I think, on both benches here.
To be expected. Got one team that's high emotionally off of what they're doing well. Another team that's kind of on guard and just looking for any reason to kind of be upset.
3:39. It's been a 13-1 run.
They're triggered right now.
Remember, it was 45-43.
Yeah. And we talked about him. Say it again.
All right, this will be a coach-called timeout. We'll take it. 58-44. Winthrop trailing. The number one seed starting to feel their oats a little bit here. 12:45 to play. Back here on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Winthrop fans, there's a new way to show your Eagle pride and support our student athletes. Wingbones, your local spot for the best wings in Rock Hill, is teaming up with Winthrop student athletes for an exciting NIL partnership.
Hi, I'm Tori from Soccer and Lacrosse, and my go-to order is 5 lemon pepper wings, a side of salt and vinegar fries, and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Grab the Wingbones NIL 4-pack today at winthropeagles.com. 4 tickets for just $40, and a portion of every purchase directly supports NIL initiatives at Winthrop. Each purchase also includes a $10 Wingbones gift card. Wingbones, great wings, great community, and proud supporters of Winthrop student athletes.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For Logan Duncan. Duncan with the basketball, 15:32 to play. Working in on Aquino has 4 fouls. Goes up and under, and there it is. Aquino has 3. That's going to be his 4th. They took that one away from him. So now he's got 4. Anderson has 4. And Logan Duncan will stop the clock with 12:28 to play. With the Eagles down 14.
Yep, and luckily Logan was able to get that foul call, so now he get an opportunity to stop the bleeding if he can knock down these free throws.
So now it's going to be Yusuf Sangari. The Eagles will have Mio and Dowie, Pruitt, Rozier, and Duncan. Logan Duncan, kind of a quiet tournament game today. He's been solid the first 2, playing on that injured foot. Hits the first free throw. He's got 6 points, 4 rebounds. Winthrop's leading scorer, Dalen Berry, has 17.
Yep, and that's what he ended the first half with.
Yeah, I was just going to say, all that coming in the first half. Kareem Rozier, 17 points, 3 of 6 from the arc, 5-11 from the floor. Duncan's second one is away, and that one is going to rattle in. So 2 big free throws there. Maybe that'll solidify and settle things down here with Duncan getting 2 free throws. And Winthrop back over 50%. Down 12, and now you need to get a stop. Martin has it, left elbow, drives baseline. Sealed off, kicks it back up top, Johnson for Washington. Washington fakes right, comes left, picks up the dribble, tries a cutting Fletcher, but he's going to be out of bounds. A rare turnover for the Panthers. That's just their second turnover here in the second half. They've got 5 in the game. And now the Eagles with a chance to get this to single figures. Down 12 with 12:07 to play. It'll be Wilson to bring it up the floor for Winthrop. Zigzags across center court. Top of the key has it for Cody Cluett and a handoff. They go inside Logan Duncan. He works on Sangari. Bucket and a foul, and the Eagles needed that one.
Yeah, good steal, good play call. Sealed Sangali down under the basket. Was able to get that feed in. Logan Duncan using his head to create space. Getting the and one, finally.
All right, so timeout on the floor. We'll take it. The under 12 media timeout. 58-48, Winthrop down 10. The 2 seed trying to upset the 1 seed High Point Panthers here in the championship game of the Big South Conference Tournament. We're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Start your journey with a new auto loan. Get on the road with an auto loan from Founders Federal Credit Union. From city streets to off-road trails, your journey begins here. Our competitive rates can get you on the road in a ride that fits your lifestyle and budget with no payments for up to 90 days. You can apply for a pre-approved spending limit valid for 30 days before you start shopping. Visit one of our many convenient office locations or go to foundersfcu.com/auto to apply for an auto loan today. Membership qualification required. See webpage for details.
Ready to explore Rock Hill? Download the free Visit York County app or head to visityorkcounty.com to find the latest restaurants, hottest events, and hidden gems at the palm of your hand. Discover your next adventure at visityorkcounty.com.
All right, so Winthrop still alive here. 11:59 to play. Down 14. Largest lead for the Panthers. And now it's a 10-point game, and Winthrop can cut it to 3 possessions. And now the Eagles trying to go on their run, although they're one of their last 10 from the floor. But Logan Duncan with a big and one there.
Yeah, this free throw is huge. Could get it within, get it under double digits. Make it a 3-possession game.
Winthrop has struggled at the line today, though, 11 of 20. Although better in the second half, 4 of 6. High Point has made all 4 in the second half. But foul trouble plaguing the Panthers right now. 4 on Aquino, 4 on Anderson. And if you can foul those 2 out, that changes the complexion of the game a little bit.
Oh, 1,000%.
Maybe more than a little bit.
Yeah, that takes confidence from High Point.
Sure does. And right now Anderson is the leading scorer with 16 points. Next you have Rob Martin with 10. So that would be a huge development if they could get Anderson in foul trouble. I mean, foul him out, rather. He is in foul trouble. Now, Logan Duncan has 3 fouls for Winthrop. Everybody else with 2. Hamilton 2, Camarad 2, Rozier 2, and Wilson 2. So not much other trouble for the Eagles. And Sangari has 3 for the Panthers. His first was the one that's putting Logan Duncan at the line right now with the end one opportunity. Logan, deep breath, dips his legs, ball in the air, it is good. So a 3-possession game. Winthrop trails by 9, 58-49. 11:55 to play. Martin will bring it straight away through middle of the court. Gets around a Fletcher screen. Back to Fletcher. Has it right elbow along the 3-point line. Washington attacks, floater, no good. And it's rebounded by Logan Duncan. Big board for the Winthrop big man. That's his 5th. Now it's Wilson. Gets around Martin for Cluett left side. Cluett comes around a Logan Duncan screen. At the free throw line, bounces the pass in for Duncan, who slams it home with the flush. 58-51. To 11:21 to play. Good pass by Cody Cluett.
Score and stop. Score and stop. Or stop and score, rather. Let's reverse that.
Now it's a 7-point game. Eagles have whittled it back from 14 for the second time today. Martin has it up top. Uses a Singari screen. Comes around left. Attacks. Follows Singari. Now passes back up top. Johnson for a long-range three, and he buries it. Mio was late to get there.
Wow.
10-point game, 61-51 for Johnson. They had that number 3 last year who did that to Winthrop too. But that's his game. Come in and hit threes.
26-footer.
That was an NBA three. Here's Cluett on the floor. Gets to Logan Duncan. Duncan pivots. Tries to dribble around Singari. And now we get a hook and hold and an offensive foul. And Singari will take the basketball away. And now he is getting into it with the Winthrop team. He was trying to take the ball away from Logan Duncan. They're going to look and review this. Safety Nandawi was trying to rip him off of Logan Duncan. This could go bad for Winthrop, I think.
Well, Singali was trying to put a little extra, and Rob Martin was trying to.
Previous play will be reviewed.
They're going to review this one. Flynn Clayman is fired up. I think he's mad at Singari.
Yeah, because the extra didn't need to do all of that.
Singari looks like he's talking back a little bit.
Honestly, you come in my face like that, I am too. It's a player-coach relationship. I won't say nothing too crazy, but it's like, all right.
Stakes are high.
Yeah.
61-51, 10:39 to play.
And Flint Clayman is doing that as if this isn't his first time having to say that to him. So he's probably a repeat offender.
So Duncan called for the offensive foul. So that's his fourth. With a huge development.
After review, you will assess double technical last technical foul. No free throws were shot. 1 team foul.
So is that a?
30 seconds on the shot.
Is that?
So double technicals, Safedine and Dowie. Logan Double will get the common foul. Safedine and Dowie, a technical foul. And for 24, Youssef Singari.
Into Winthrop's number 25, Safe and Dowie. That's his first.
So that won't be a shooting situation.
Good thing that tech didn't go on Logan.
Yeah.
Because I think that would count as a personal, and that would have been 5.
No, he would have fouled off. The technical was on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Safe did wrap around, but he was protecting his teammate.
Oh, for sure. I don't have any issue with that.
Now, it's just going to be an inbound, but it is the number 4 foul on Logan Duncan. So 61-51, and Logan Duncan is on the bench. Eagles bring back the Eagles bring back in Ed Demoko. Safe is back on the floor. Here's Martin. Bumps through contact. Bucket and a foul with 10:29 to play.
The Eagles keep letting Rob Martin get downhill. And that's what he wants to do. Kareem Rozier doing the best he can to stop him. Rob Martin bouncing off of him. The physicality.
I think even though Winthrop was down 7 at this point, I think if Winthrop doesn't get back into this game, they're down 12 right now. If they don't get back into the lead is what I was trying to say. That's going to be a pivotal possession, and now we're going to get a foul here as Singari is going to get called for the over the back.
Yeah, he's fouled out.
And he has just been disqualified.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you get a dumb foul as a technical. Now you limit your minutes.
Well, and you're kind of limited in the post now because Aquino's got 4, so you need him to stay in and not foul. You got Anderson with 4. So Winthrop, if they could kind of climb back within single figures here and foul out a couple of guys, now you're putting pressure on High Point.
Yeah.
But you also have Chase Johnson out there who's a 3-point specialist, so you can't let him get loose. He's got 3 threes, 3 of 3 from behind the arc. Ed misses the 1-and-1. Washington rebounds. This is another big story here. Winthrop now 12 of 22 at the free throw line. That's not good in championship games because right now the deficit is 12. You've missed 10 free throws. Here's Martin.
Not converting where they need to convert.
Out for Johnson into the corner. Martin. Martin dribbles high up along the three-point line with a 12-point lead. Steps up for a long two, airballs it, and we're going to get a whistle inside here, I think, on Josh Mio. Man, that's a tough, and I'm not mad at the official, just a tough place to foul there because the shot clock's winding down. You don't need any extra stuff there.
Don't need any extra stuff. It was going to be a shot
clock. And now
clock
it's a 1-and-1. It was going to be a shot clock violation. Now you put High Point to the line.
Sometimes, a lot of times rather, players don't really think the game. They just play, and that's what separates you.
The Eagles have been clutching and grabbing Fletcher, too. So,
because he's super athletic, so he's a hard box out.
1-and-1 is good for Fletcher. Averaged 12.5 points per game overall in conference play. Remember, he missed that stretch of about 5 or 6 games, had personal issues he was sorting out. So his conference average 5 points less than his overall average. But this is one of those guys where you look at the disparity in resources. I mean, they're bringing Cameron Fletcher off the bench.
Now Mio can't keep his composure.
So Mio's now going to come out. Wilson's going to come back in.
Isaiah Wilson also.
Championship game. Tempers flaring.
Yeah, and remember I talked about in the pregame, mentally and yesterday, mentally who can be ready, who can stay calm, who can stay even keel. Because it's a lot at risk at stake here.
Fletcher's going to make both free throws. Now Winthrop's down 14 for the second time in the half, and I think the fourth time in the game. 65-51. Winthrop trying to avoid back-to-back losses in the conference championship game. Cody Cluett just got called for a foul as he got tangled up with Johnson. Johnson, good hustle there.
Yeah, good hands, Johnson.
Yeah, good hands.
Active hands, putting that pressure on Cody Cluett, couldn't handle it, and he gave the ball to him.
Now Winthrop is going to be in the double, or High Point has the double bonus. Winthrop now with 10 fouls. And now they're putting High Point back at the line. So it's Johnston at the free throw line. Believe it or not, that's his first attempt of the year. Let me double check that. Maybe I'm reading the wrong line. No, I'm sorry. That's his third attempt of the year.
Still, that's wow.
Well, he's a three-point shooter. I mean,
yeah, but you don't even get fouled.
70% of his shots from behind the arc.
You didn't even get fouled in the three.
I know. Now Winthrop's down 16, largest margin of the game. And another big run, 3 turnovers for the Eagles. Here's Berry trying to bring the Eagles back in. Off the missed 3, Logan Duncan fouls it off, or not fouls, he throws it off Johnston. And he thought he was fouled as he went hip first out of bounds. And this is going to be looked at here. With 9:31 to play, Eagles thought there was some funny stuff going on there. Now Flynn Clayman is going to try to get an explanation from Bill Covington as to why this is going to be looked at with 9:31 to play.
I guess Aquino trying to
it's a coach's challenge. Coach's challenge.
Aquino trying to tell them not to challenge it, not to review it because it's not worth it. But I guess they already called it in.
So 9:31 to play.
In the first row of stands.
This is where you wish you had a monitor.
Please refrain from beating on our video boards and ribbon boards. Please refrain from beating on the ribbon boards.
The High Point crowd, they knocked out one of the ribbon boards. High Point Panther fans being told to lay off the ribbon boards. That's an expensive fix, but Nito Cuban can pay for it.
Oh, yeah, just send the invoice to High Point.
Well, they've knocked out 2 sections. Actually, it looks like 3 sections on the ribbon board to our right, and then 1 to the left. So now we get some taunting from Winthrop fans and High Point fans. But this is not a good position to be in, down 16. So let's see what they call here. Bill Covington's having a busy day at the monitor. Now he's going to announce it to the crowd here.
it is unsuccessful, one will lose its timeout and will lose the ability to challenge.
Who calls for the challenge?
Once again, after review, the call on the floor stands. High Point loses.
High Point challenge, so they lose a timeout and the ability to challenge the rest of the way. Winthrop still has a challenge. Rozier is going to skip it back for Wilson, right in front of the half-court stripe. He'll attack into the paint, kicks it out. Cluett rises up for a three. Cash for Cluett. Big three. The netting got kind of tangled up on the rim. 9:22 to play. 67-54.
Got to stay low and keep firing.
Stay low and keep firing. Cody Cluett made so many big shots this year, and he's going to need a few more for the Eagles to get back in with 9:12 to play. Down 13. Here's Martin. Mid-range jumper, no good. Logan Duncan rebounds for Winthrop. 39 rebounds against 32. Winthrop has the advantage on the glass over High Point. Rozier has it up top right, gets around a Duncan screen. Can't get the short roll, and instead skips a pass up top. Wilson comes back left around Logan Duncan for Cody Cluett. He steps up for a three. Cash! Cluett back-to-back threes! And now it's a 10-point game, 67-57.
There we go. Just have to get some stops now.
8:42 to play. Need another stop. 6-0 run for the Eagles in 35 seconds. Remember, they had that 12-0 run in about 45 seconds against Charleston Southern. Martin kicks out, stolen by Berry. Guarded by Johnston. Attacks, goes up off the glass, no good, but he's going to go to the line, but stops the clock here. 8:24 to play, and the Eagles still have fight. I know, they can't get that finish.
You got to be able to finish that. Dalen Berry. Focus more on making the layup. The foul is going to come. You know that in transition. Focus on making it. Get the and one.
Dalen Berry at the line.
So it's Dalen Berry, 17 points, 7 of 16 in the game. This, if he makes it, it'll be his first point here in the second half. He does. So now Winthrop at
returns for Winthrop. High Point counters with Terry Anderson.
67-58. Second free throws away, and that is good, and it's going to rim out. So 1 out of 2. It's 67-50, or rather, 58. I had the scores reversed. That's why I got the math messed up in my head. 67-58. Anderson back in the game with 4 fouls and reach in on Isaiah Wilson with 8:07 to play.
Didn't need that reach. Stay aggressive, but
third foul on Isaiah.
The team had him
boxed in.
Terry Anderson at the line for the Panthers. 2 shots.
So Anderson lives at the free throw line, 75%. So makes 3 out of 4, and he hits the first one here. 4 or 5 in the game.
Logan Duncan back on the floor for Winthrop.
Logan Duncan returns. Ed DeMoco gets a rest on the bench. Logan Duncan, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 19 minutes. Eagles have 3 double-figure scores. Berry with 18. Rozier with 15. Duncan 12. Cody Cluett next with 8. Anderson, next one is away to make it an 11-point game, and does. Eagles would love to attack him and get him out of the game. He and Aquino both with 4 fouls. Logan Duncan with 4 fouls, so Eagles need to be careful with him. Now it's Wilson. Bounce pass, backdoor cut, Kareem Rozier, and has it swatted away by Aquino for Rob Martin. Martin will go through the middle of the floor. Head tap by Flynn Clayman, calling out the play. Winthrop is down 11 with 7:37 to play. Winthrop has had a fight to the end mentality all year, and they're going to need it here. Anderson shot fake on Cluett. Attack, they slip underneath, and it's going to be off the rim by Aquino as he and Cody Cluett bang chests. And Cody Cluett is going to pick up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, really not much Cody Cluett could do there. Just athletically outmatched.
But at least it wasn't a finish on the other end. Winthrop down 11, under 8 media timeout, 7:27 to play. Championship game of the Big South Conference. Number 1 High Point over the number 2 Winthrop Eagles by 11 on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Somebody injures somebody else due to their negligence and they're not willing to step up and make that person whole again, we're the ones that go and make that happen.
We work together to make sure that what we're doing is understanding our clients. It's very difficult to be a voice for someone that you don't know.
We don't want somebody to feel alone when they're not able to provide for their family because of an injury. We want people to know that there's somebody out there that will fight for them.
We don't want you to fight your own battles. We don't want you to go it alone. We want you to call Schiller & Hamilton because we've got your back.
Schiller & Hamilton Law Firm. Don't go it alone. 803-366-0333.
Hey, Winthrop fans, ready to show your Eagle pride? Visit shopwinthropeagles.com for the latest gear and merch. From apparel to accessories, we've got everything you need to support your team in style. Shop now and soar with the Eagles. Shopwinthropeagles.com. That's shopwinthropeagles.com.
So for Winthrop to get their 14th Big South Conference championship, they're going to need a pretty good comeback here, down 11 with 7:27 to play. Corey Aquino is going to be at the line when play resumes. Winthrop, Dalen Berry's been terrific. 7 of 16, 2 of 8, 2 of 6. 6 rebounds. Logan Duncan, almost 20 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds. He and Isaiah Wilson are the only 2 Winthrop players that have a plus number on the plus-minus defensive rating, and that's at +1. Owen Aquino is a +9, but Chase Johnston, who has 11 points, you know what? That kid's kind of been the difference maker. If he's not hitting threes,
it's a different
ball game.
Yeah. Especially that 20.
And Cameron Fletcher, 9 points and 15. I mean, he really, I would just keep giving him the ball, honestly.
But they can't, he's not even getting it within the offense like that. He's getting it off offensive rebounds.
Right. Putbacks, that type of thing.
He's a strong, athletic, talented kid.
7:27 to play. It's an 11-point game. Yusef Singari is fouled out for the Panthers. 4 fouls on Aquino, who's at the line. 4 on Terry Anderson. And Logan Duncan's got 4 as well. So on a miss here, you don't want Logan to foul, but you also don't want Cameron Fletcher to rip a rebound away either. It looks like they're having a fun conversation as Keno's going to make the first.
High Point team, just very versatile.
They're a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
And they can beat in so many different ways. And that's 2 free throws, so now it's 71-58, and the Eagles are down 13. Largest deficit of the game has been 16. They had an early lead here in the half. And it goes to Logan Duncan, spins on Aquino, lays it in with Fletcher trying to come across.
Aquino not wanting to pick up that 4th foul.
So now the Eagles down 11 on the Logan Duncan layup. He's got 14. Braden Housen riding the bike behind the High Point bench. Here's Martin. Tries to get around Wilson. Back for Johnson. Martin has it high up top, guarded by Wilson. Hands off back from Aquino and buries the up top 3. Wilson fell down at the feet of Aquino. They got tangled up, and now it's 74-60.
Tried to draw that foul. Didn't work this time.
6:42 to play. Cluett getting suffocating defense there. Rozier, low left block, Duncan. Up top, it's Wilson. He attacks, goes in on Johnston. Miss to Duncan, gets it back Rozier. Here's Berry in the corner, right wing for Cluett. Gets around Anderson, tries a bounce pass, and it's deflected. Well, tried to get it into Berry, and it was deflected. And this feels like they score in this possession, and it's going to be awfully tough to climb out. Right now, they're down 14 with 6 minutes to go, and it's already looking a little dire here in Johnson City. Martin, high up left, approaching 6 minutes to go. High Point can taste back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances and back-to-back championships. Here's a miss by Martin. Cluett will step into a transition three. Buries it! Cody Cluett keeping the Eagles alive here. That's his third three of the game.
It's a big three. Cody Cluett kind of keeping High Point having to stay alert and not relax.
Winthrop back within 11. 4-possession game, 5:36 to play. Need to get stops. Martin, skip past Anderson. Up top, Martin. Gets Wilson up in the air, but he just pauses, doesn't do anything with it. Now dribbles between the legs, Martin. Here's Fletcher behind the arc for three. That might be it. That might be it. Maybe not the dagger, but that certainly is troubling.
Yeah, Fletcher is just a difference maker.
So now back to 14. Winthrop can score in a hurry, so it's not over yet. Cluett wants another one. Can't get that one. And it's going to be rebounded by Logan Duncan. Attacks inside, steps through, pivots, attacks, layup is good, and a foul inside. And let's see if they go Aquino or Johnson. It's going to be, I think, on Johnson.
But the difference, such a difference, obviously talent of High Point. Fletcher knock it down at three. He's just so versatile. But
27 threes. Actually, that's the second one. So 28 threes on the year. That's not really his game.
No, but he can
make it.
Yeah, but we keep missing easy.
Duncan gets the end one, so they trade threes, but you don't want to trade threes. You get threes and they get nothing.
Yeah.
77-66, 4:57 to play. High Point with the lead with under 5 minutes to go. Number one seed trying to get to the NCAA tournament back-to-back years. Fletcher attacks, cuts through the paint, and we're going to get a foul inside. Eagles better hope that's on Cluett, because Logan Duncan was there, and it is on Cody Cluett, although now that's going to be 4 on Cody Cluett. It was when he and Kareem Rozier have been Winthrop's best three-point shooters.
Yeah, and again, Cody can knock shots down, but defensively, he's at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
He's in no way, shape, or form can have the assignment of Fletcher.
Cameron Fletcher with 12 points, 15 rebounds, makes the first free throw. This is a guy that was recruited to play at Kentucky, had injury problems at Florida State, and has found a home here with the High Point Panthers. And look, we got to call it what it is. Winthrop competitive, but if High Point's rolling out a bunch of Lamborghinis and you're bringing out a bunch of Buicks, that's nothing against Buick, but Lamborghini's going to win that race.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Not even a question.
79-66. That's not a knock on Winthrop. I mean, they got really good players.
But there are ways to win.
Here's Rozier, attacks. Running layup is good with 4:33 to play. 79-68. So Winthrop is kind of matching threes for threes, twos for twos, but we're in this territory now. You got to start getting stops and go on a run of your own. Still an 11-point game, so Winthrop still within distance. Here's Martin, gets around a Johnson screen. Attacks in on Wilson. At the elbow for Aquino. Here's Johnson into the corner. Martin has a wide open three. Rims in and out. It's going to be rebounded by Kareem Rozier. 4 minutes to play in the Big South Conference Championship game. High Point, the 1 seed, leading the 2 seed Eagles. 79-68. Rozier misses a three. Cluett tries to fight for the rebound, but Fletcher, just a little bit more size, reaches over and grabs it over the shorter Cluett.
And Cody got to be smart, because you can easily get your fifth foul running blindly at the ball.
That would have made it a 2-point game. 79-68. Cameron Fletcher getting this High Point crowd up on their feet. Coming back left is Martin. He attacks. Up and under is no good. Now they're going to call a foul inside, and that might be it on Logan Duncan. 3:28 to play. If that's his fifth, he's heading to the bench. So Logan Duncan, the Big South Conference Player of the Year, has just fouled out. That's a big development for the Eagles. And Logan has been so good at staying in games.
We're going to under 4 official timeout.
This year, for Logan Duncan, his 7th disqualification.
Fans, your attention, please. The Big South Conference.
And what's been good for him, but
but
maybe not great news today, his last disqualification was that loss at North Dakota. Media timeout, we'll take it. 28 to play. Winthrop is down 11. Free throws for High Point when we come back on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
somebody injures somebody else due to their negligence and they're not willing to step up and make that person whole again, we're the ones that go and make that happen.
We work together to make sure that what we're doing is understanding our client. It's very difficult to be a voice for someone that you don't know.
We don't want somebody to feel alone when they're not able to provide for their family because of an injury. We want people to know that there's somebody out there that will fight for them.
We don't want you to fight your own battles. We don't want you to go it alone. We want you to call Schiller and Hamilton because we've got your back.
Schiller and Hamilton Law Firm. Don't go it alone. 803-366-0333.
Hey, Winthrop fans, ready to show your Eagle pride? Visit shopwinthropeagles.com for the latest gear and merch. From apparel to accessories, we've got everything you need to support your team in style. Shop now and soar with the Eagles. Shopwinthropeagles.com. That's shopwinthropeagles.com.
Well, make sure you stay tuned for our Comporium postgame show. We'll have our Comporium player of the game. Right now, Winthrop is down 11, 3:28 to play. And Logan Duncan has just fouled out. So Winthrop is going to have to try and figure out an answer. Now, potentially they could be down 13 after free throws here. Winthrop has committed 14, High Point 9. So both teams essentially in the double bonus. Kareem Rozier, Cody Cluett each have 3 threes for Winthrop. They have 8. High Point has 10. 2 for Fletcher, 3 for Johnston, 2 for Washington. 18 points for Dalen Berry. He and Terry Anderson leading all scorers in the game right now. Anderson and Berry standing next to each other on the free throw line. It's Martin at the free throw line, so not exactly the guy you want there, although he does miss that one.
Announce the jinx. Announce the jinx.
2 of 4. No, I didn't put the whammy on him. Although he is an 83.7% free throw shooter. But he hits the second one. I didn't put the jinx on him on the first. I wish I had. I wish I had that power. Hey, if I had that power, it'd be Winthrop 100 and High Point 40.
Got the whammy.
80-68, 3:20 to play. Winthrop is down 12. They've been down double figures for a good part of this game. And now we get a foul here on the Panthers. So Chase Johnston will pick up his 4th. So now 2 fouls stops the clock. Or 2 free throws on the foul stops the clock. That's the better way to put it. Kareem Rozier in his red Adidas sneakers. Winthrop now is 14 of 26. They've missed 12 free throws, Michael, and that's the difference in the game. That's the score difference right now, 12. 80-68.
Yeah, missing.
It's been a good free throw shooting team, too. This isn't like that's been an issue all year long, although it has been an issue in certain games.
Yeah.
Martin has the inbound from Aquino. Eagles trap that diamond press they had yesterday. Now it's Johnson. He gets it from Martin. Martin gets it across midcourt with 1 second to spare. And now Isaiah Wilson with a reach-in foul. And Isaiah Wilson has picked up his 4th. And that's going to be now free throws. And that was a little bit, they weren't trying to stop the clock there. That was just a little bit over-aggressive.
Overzealous, yeah. Isaiah just a little anxious. And I get it. You got to try to go for.
We'll try to make something happen. I'm not mad at that one. Mark Prosser, 3 conference tournament titles, or 3 conference tournament appearances, and trying to win his first. He's the co-coach of the year with the coach he's coaching against, Flynn Clayman. And now the second one is good, 82-69. Rozier will bring it up across midcourt for Cody Cluett. Berry on the wing, drives to his right. His floater is blocked by Aquino. Cameron can't get the loose ball. Aquino does for High Point. Panthers under 3 minutes to go, looking for their second consecutive Big South Conference title. 20th appearance for Winthrop. They have 13 wins. Most ever by a Big South team. 2:40 to play. Lead is 13. It's a 5-possession game. And now Martin coming left, steps up into a 3. That's no good. And its ball's tipped out by Fletcher for Cluett. Cluett behind the back dribble for Rozier. And now Johnson is fouled out. He got tangled up with Rozier and kind of took him out at the hips. Not maliciously. They just kind of got tangled in the same spot.
Just confused. What was Cody doing?
It was almost like a lackadaisical backward pass, right? Is that what it looked like to you?
Yeah, just not trusting his guard skills. Trying to get it to Kareem, but you already have it. Dribble up the floor.
So that brings back in Braden Housen, 6'7" sophomore guard from Amarillo, Texas. He sat most of the second half. In fact, at one point, he was riding the bike behind the High Point bench. So Rozier back at the line, 3 of 5 today, 60%, hits the first. And now Winthrop back to within 12. So it's a 4-possession game, 2:25 to play. And now, seemingly, Michael, you're going to have to get stops on every possession.
Yeah. You have to now try to press, but High Point's used to pressing. They like to play fast. They have a lot of people that can handle the basketball.
Rozier hits both, so back to an 11-point game, 82-71. Martinez will come in for Fletcher. Fletcher's been one of the difference makers in this game.
Oh, 1,000%. Same thing at High Point for that second game of the series.
Guy that many people thought wasn't going to play again this season. They trap Martin on the baseline, gets it to Aquino. Now it's Anderson. Conrad Martin skips it up ahead across midcourt. Now it's Martin, guarded by Rozier. 2:14 to play. 2:10 to play. Martin still on the dribble. Rozier left hand on the hip. Martin trying to swat him away. Shot clock's at 7. Dribbles between the legs. Drives. Left elbow jumper, no good. Rebounded by Tommy Camerad. Under 2 minutes to play. 1:55 to go. Rozier Cluett. Cluett right wing. Attacks baseline. And the bucket can't fall. How many times have the Eagles had a missed bucket and a foul?
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping track of that.
There's at least 10. At least.
And then conversely, it's at least 6 or 7 the other way.
Conversion. Yeah.
Braden Husson.
So Braden Husson comes in and gets the foul called against him.
Cody Cluett at the line.
So Cody Cluett, with 1:50 to play, could get the Eagles within 10, and he hits the first. And now a 3-possession game if he makes the next one.
Back to the Panthers.
Winthrop now shooting 68% second half, 60% for the game, but 12 missed free throws against 5 for the Panthers. Second one is a miss. Fletcher just beats Camerad for the rebound. Eagles put the press on. Conrad has it deep in the backcourt, and now a timeout is called. With 22 seconds to go. Clint Clayman not happy with Conrad. He caught it deep and then stayed deep. He didn't.
He told me he needs to see the clock.
Yeah.
Come on, point guard. So you need to see the clock.
Well, Winthrop did score, 12 points in under a minute?
Yeah.
The other day. They're going to need to score 14 in 142 and not give up any points. So 30-second timeout. Both teams in the double bonus. High Point has a timeout left. Winthrop has 2. The possession arrow favors the Panthers. Winthrop is without Logan Duncan, the Big South Conference Player of the Year. He is fouled out. Singari and Johnston have fouled out for High Point. Aquino and Anderson have smartly been playing for a good majority of this backstretch of the second half with 4 fouls. Winthrop has 4 on Cluett and 4 on Wilson. These are 2 aggressive physical teams that have put foul problems on each other. So Aquino to trigger the inbound, and now we're going to get a foul here on... Is it Isaiah?
Yeah, you got Isaiah for holding Martin.
So now Isaiah Wilson is fouled out. And now it's going to be 2 free throws the other way with a 1:42 to go.
It's unfortunate. That could be it for Isaiah Wilson as a Winthrop Eagle.
Eagles have 10 seniors, 11 if you include TJ Banks. It's been a really connected group all year long. They have come back so many times this year, this one might be, unfortunately, the end of the season. There are possibilities potentially for postseason play, but that'll be sorted out after today. 12-point game, 142. Rozier will let it roll. Now picks it up across midcourt. Has the right-hand dribble. Comes back right against around Camerad, I should say. Up top, Cluett. Cluett guarded by Camerad. Bounces a pass for Berry. Pass into the corner is tipped out for Seyfedine and Dowie. Shot clock is at 12. Game clock at 124. Now it's Rozier, high right wing. Drives on Anderson. Underneath handoff for Camerad. It's going to be blocked by Aquino. And Fletcher almost has it knocked away, but stays on the dribble. And he's going to go for the slam. And it's going to be a basket and a foul. And that's been the story of the day. When Winthrop attacks defensively, it's a bucket and a foul. When High Point's aggressive and attacks defensively and fouls, it's 2 free throws. And Winthrop has shot 58% at the line. That's been the story of the game.
They lock in and focus on their finishes. They get those and ones, and we just get 2 attempts at the line.
So Fletcher can kind of stab the Eagles in the heart here. 87-72 with 1:13 to play. Winthrop, now in back-to-back years, will fall to the number 1 seed High Point Panthers. Eagles with a 3 seed last year. Here's Rozier tacking to the rim, lays it in with 1:03 to go. Down 13.
Yeah, Quinn Rozier getting buckets there. Oh, it's good defense.
Eagles got a deflection here with 57.8 ticks remaining. 13-point game. Seyfedine getting the hand on it.
Using his length.
Kareem Rozier with 20 points. 21 double-figure scoring games. Now his 22nd. Berry will send it way into the backcourt. They want to make sure this one doesn't get picked. 55 seconds to go. Rozier across midcourt. Steps up in for a 3. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Fletcher. He now has 19 rebounds. Kicks it out from Martin. 45 seconds to go. Anderson for Martin. Martin with 25 seconds on the shot clock will get it to Anderson. And we'll have about, what do you think, 16.2 ticks remaining between shot clock to game clock?
Yeah. Fletcher might get tournament MVP. 19 rebounds? My goodness.
I'll be honest with you. I think Cameron Fletcher, for me, is the player of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to be my number. If I get a ballot, I might have lost my ballot privileges. Dalen Berry, Kareem Rozier with big days for Winthrop, but Rob Martin equally big. He has got now 21 points. Camerad on the foul there. Well, you can't miss free throws against a team like this. They're 83% at the line, Michael, and they've only missed 5.
Yeah.
And now it's a 15-point game with 35 seconds to go. Rozier attacks, no good. And it's going to be Seyfedine and Dowie who gets the tip in with 27.5 ticks remaining. So now 13-point game with 27.5 ticks remaining. It's 89-76. I believe that's Winthrop who called that timeout?
Yeah, quick timeout by Winthrop. And even the miss by Rozier, thankfully, Dowie was there.
Yeah, it was missed. Well, the players were kind of straddling the out-of-bounds line. I think Anderson was very close, and he kind of threw it away and it went right to Safe, and Safe was able to just kind of lay it in.
Yeah. But again, it's Rozier point blank. Missing point blank at the rim.
So Flynn Clayman will be joining the ranks of guys like Greg Marshall to win a championship in their first year. Now, no disrespect to Flynn Clayman, but you cannot compare winning in your first year between those two, because Greg Martin started a dynasty.
Yes.
Now, Flynn Clayman, as an assistant, has been part of things here, so he certainly gets credit for that.
Yeah. Because, High Point, they were number 1 that first year, but then lost
They
first
lost
game.
in the, right.
But they came back with vengeance the second year.
Spray ahead Anderson. 22 seconds to go. No shot clock. Conrad for Martin. And the Eagles are going to try and rip the ball away. And Bill Covington will say that's on Tommy Camerad.
Charge to 15, Tommy Camerad, his 4th.
So 4 on Tommy with 18.6 ticks remaining. Rob Martin at the free throw line. Ty Hamilton getting ready to check in for the Eagles. Logan Duncan fouling out with under 4 minutes to go? Or 3:28 to play is when he got fouled out. It was an 11-point game at that point. And now
for the Eagles, he's joined by number
Eagles are down 14 with 18.6 ticks remaining. Dalen Berry is going to be taken out. So Ed DeMoco will come in. Kareem Rozier will come out. Cody Cluett will come out. Henry Harrison, Cam Christie, Ty Hamilton, Saifuddin Ndawi with Ed DeMoco on the floor. 18.6 ticks remaining. And Eagles allowing some of his lesser used players to get registered on the championship floor. So 91-76. If Cam Christie gets the ball, he's firing up a three.
Oh, for sure. That's been his MO.
Here's Ndawi. He attacks, slices through, and the Eagles are going to lose it out of bounds. And just the way the ball's bounced today, 11.7 to go, and a 15-point margin. High Point could just dribble it out, and they're going to win their second Big South Conference title, and both have come against the legendary program in the Big South Conference, the Winthrop Eagles. 13 Big South Conference titles to 2. Horn sounds, and here comes the High Point Panthers onto the court. There will not be a court storm here because the fans are all up in the upper deck. It's the Panthers win in advance. And the Eagles, for the second straight year, have the sour taste of defeat.
Yeah. Did they stop the court storm? But there's no way to get down anyway.
No, you can't get down here.
Yeah. They roped it off pretty quickly.
Right, unless you break the scoreboard and maybe use it as a ramp, but
I've seen people jump.
I wouldn't jump from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, our feet are at least 4 feet off the ground.
Think about the end zone at a game. I've seen people.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you're right. It has the height of like a football stadium, no doubt. No doubt. So Winthrop falls here today, 91-76. 3 Big South Conference appearances for Mark Prosser in 5 years. And the very well-resourced High Point Panthers doing what they've done all year, and that's win. This is their 30th win of the year, so they're 30-4. Winthrop will fall to 23-11. And we'll have time to turn our attention to next year, but like they did this past year, Winthrop's going to have to reload. A magical season in Rock Hill, but the slipper came off at midnight last night for the Eagles.
Yeah, it came off, and guys, it takes. Sometimes you need a guy to take over. Sometimes you just need a miracle to happen. Sometimes your team needs to be clicking on all cylinders, and the High Point Panthers definitely started clicking on all cylinders.
So we'll have the mandatory 10-minute cooling off period. I don't know if that's even started yet. Mark Prosser, you know what? You hate it for Mark. You hate it for Monty Sanders. You hate it for Mitch Hill. For Tony Rack, Sid Chris, Michael Verdi, for all the graduate assistants, for Matt Earps, the video coordinator, the grad assistants, the managers. People don't see all the hard work that goes into this.
Yeah.
And, you want to really acknowledge what a special year it's been. This has been one of the more fun teams I've been around. And I can't tell you, in 20 years of covering Winthrop, this is my 20th season calling games. We've been blessed with so many great teams. Your first 2 teams were terrific. We didn't know you guys. Dave and I were new at the time, Dave Friedman and I, so we really didn't get to fully get to know you until you were into your professional career. Not to say we didn't know you, but certainly now you become a close friend, and really appreciative of everything you do for us, Michael, and you're a great ambassador for the Eagles. But I know as a loyal supporter, as an alum, as a former MVP, as an all-conference performer, and as a 4-time banner hanger. This is really sad for you.
Yeah, it's great to get here, but
Winthrop's not about getting here, though.
Yeah, falling short year after year definitely stings, because guys have shown how well they can play throughout the year and how well they can, take it to a team like High Point. And you got to find a way. Like, it's unfortunate because you can't pick when it's going to be your day. You just have to hope that your preparation and your...
All right, we are going to start our Comporium postgame show when we return here to Johnson City. High Point is one of the Big South Conference champions. The number 1 seed prevails, 91-76. We're back after this on the Winthrop Sports Network, powered by Founders.
Energy is a choice, and life takes energy. That's why having affordable choices like natural gas can help you save more and spend less. York County Natural Gas provides safe and efficient energy to over 70,000 customers at one of the lowest residential rates in the state. As costs continue to rise, we work